I would throw it at an engineer and just
Yep.
go, fucking
Demand.
fix this
Demand
demand.
you repair this, or at least sort this issue out.
Yes,
Like,
just the numerous, like all sorts of issues.
but wouldn't you think that would be the way? Like, as soon as he got frustrated because it was his product, he'd just be able to
Hmm.
throw it at a wall somewhere,
Yeah,
you know?
you'd think so.
Yeah.
I would. Surely, I mean, surely Steve
If
Jobs
I
was
could
thinking,
just throw it at a wall and then instantly put my hand out and get another one just placed in it with the, exact
yep,
duplicate of what I was just doing a moment ago,
yeah.
then yeah, I'd be doing that. It'd be a great frustration relief. It's already pre-synchronized. He's already got like 3 or 4 phones
Yeah, you got tricks
pre-synchronized.
like that. That's
So the
crazy.
assistant just hands him the next phone and it's just like, oh yeah, blah, 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 it catches up, the notes are automatically synchronized. So
Keeps going.
yeah, yeah.
Just yeah, it keeps going.
Someone comes out, one of the techs comes out with a dustpan and brush and sweeps it up, goes off and fixes it.
But somehow I don't think this does happen. Like
No,
somehow, for some
no.
reason, none of the top echelon in Apple. I mean, either they don't use the devices, and that's quite like it could be possible. It could be that they have like PAs that use their devices.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. They have the thing.
They don't
They
never
never
use it.
get
They
an
don't realize.
opportunity to be that
No,
frustrated to throw the phone at the wall
no,
because they never handle it.
no.
You know, why should they have the RF bombardment near their skull
Yes.
24/7 when their assistant can get paid to do that?
And I think that must be the only reason. Like, I mean,
Mm,
because it's like, and I've been using Google Sheets like quite extensively
yeah.
for Smash, and thankfully the person who's like, I don't know, not my superior, but sort of, yeah, was his director. I'm not the director, but yeah, we both had a good chat today, like while we're waiting for stuff, and it's just like we're totally on the same page of what we need to do with systems. It's fucking Google Sheets, man. Oh my
Brilliant.
fuck, Lord.
Mm.
I fucking hate. No, brilliant. I hate it.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I don't hate. No, it's rubbish. Like, compared to Excel, it's rubbish.
Well, it's
And
only a temporary thing. It's meant to be a portable temporary thing.
Google Sheets,
Yeah, wasn't it?
people use it as their lifeblood for like spreadsheeting. Like, I mean,
Well, that's ridiculous.
it. Like, it has like a few natty features. Like, I'm not going to say it's got no good features, but like, just dealing with formatting and stuff. Anyway, yeah.
Mm,
But I don't know. Once again, I mean, does Google use Google Sheets?
probably not.
Yeah, probably not. They probably use Excel.
No, they probably use fucking
S-
free office,
what?
office, open office.
No, I thought you were going to say something like they probably use SAP, like which is probably an Oracle, which is probably what they do use.
Well, it
Like,
wouldn't surprise me.
hmm, at that scale, like you're not using like MYOB or something. Like, you know, using software which costs $25,000 a seat,
Yeah,
for
yeah, that's it.
you know,
Every time
per
someone
annum.
needs to get added, it's like $2,000 per user.
Mm, yeah.
Because this specialist has to come in and add the user and remove the old one without,
And have you ever been in
destroying all the
situ, like when
data.
one of those people has come in?
Oh, they're like aloof as fuck.
Yeah. But you watch what they do, and it's nothing. Like it's
Mm.
literally like
A
that. Yeah.
couple
It's
of
just
key
that.
clicks and, a
Yeah.
certain batch
Well,
file
it's
runs and then do
yeah.
it's
And
done.
and what you realize is the thing that's the big obstacle, the thing that makes it hard, is that all of those features are password protected.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the
Because if they
only
were,
reason.
that's the only
If
reason.
they weren't password protected, people would
Yeah,
be just adding and removing their own users willy-nilly.
yeah, yeah. Just with ease.
Yeah, adding extra functionality and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've just locked up all the things in
That's
here
it.
so
We
you
make it
so
real
we can
easy,
make
but it's gonna cost you.
yeah.
We do everything, but it's gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost you. Well, it's like you can't do anything.
Mm,
So it's going to cost you.
that's right. Welcome to the future. Software.
Welcome to
That's
the
it.
future.
Everything will be a microtransaction in the future.
Where it's easier if you pay us to do
Yes,
it.
that's right.
Because otherwise,
We'll give you
it'll
the base
never
software, but
happen.
everything you do will have a microtransaction
Yeah,
attached to
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Every time you type a letter, every time someone
That's right.
sneezes and the microphone picks it up,
Oh,
there will be a service
yeah,
charge.
there's going to be a service charge. That's right.
Did you check your messenger?
Today.
No, just I sent you a photo.
Oh, no.
I've got the
No,
I got the two avatars on my wall at the moment.
oh, cool.
Yeah. And I downloaded that camera software I was talking about earlier, and it does full hand tracking, but I can't get the mouth to move, which is a bit of a bummer. It's like another Wecam sort of thing, but the avatar gets loaded instead of having to use it as the upper tier software.
Oh, that Titanic one is so good.
Yeah, it's just like, don't worry, it'll be Titanic by the time I finish you. Fill you with my able semen.
Virtual cast. Avatar.webcam. Mhm.
The Wecam one's like a crypto thing, so you can create avatars and then add them in there, and then people can use them in phone calls and stuff. And if you're wearing your little avatar mask, you get points or crypto points. Obviously, it's some sort of mining facility or
It's some sort of scam.
some sort of scam.
Like it amazes me. We've both said this about this before, but
Mm,
man, like at the height of like not even the height, the pre-hype of crypto, the
yeah,
amount of people like I knew would just be like, oh, I can't believe someone as smart as you saw hasn't gone into crypto, and I'm like,
yeah.
like what?
What am
It's
I got?
past the past, and all that the person at the end's got fucking nothing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's what are you talking
Pretty
about? Like
much. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not anything. Yeah.
It's past the parcel.
No, you just don't understand. Oh, I understand.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. We've seen it
I
done
totally get it.
many
Yeah,
times
many times.
before. That's
Yeah,
it.
my dad was in Amway. Know all about it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
Same,
fucking
same.
Ponzi's, man.
That's
Yeah.
it. Ponzi's. Dip your little toe in the Ponzi
Yeah, I got
here,
this empty
Ponzi
bag
there.
of air,
Hmm.
and
Hey,
it's
psst,
worth
psst.
it's only a
Hey,
grand,
you.
buddy.
Who, me? Yeah, you. I got this bottle, man. It's got air in it.
Special air.
That's it.
Mm.
No, I ain't selling the bottle. Just the air.
That's right.
I can give you a little bit. You like breathing, don't you? Yeah? Well, that's air.
You're gonna like it even better.
And for you, today, only $8. Hey, little man. How'd you sleep? You want pizza? Okay, pizza. He's on the American cycle at the moment, so
I know
yeah,
it.
yeah, all good. He's a world sleeper. He does more awake time than he does sleeping time sometimes.
That's interesting.
No, I haven't put the dishwasher on. Waiting for it to fill up. But hey, let's see. Let's tap.
Urgency.
So yeah, Smash has been going well. That's good.
Uh,
And did she your special guest appreciate the recommendations? The photo shootings?
it's during the whole day. Booked.
Yeah.
Both of them, both the Swallowtail and Wreath. They said thank you.
Yep.
So yep.
Courtesy.
Luna Park. Then they catch the ferry back across.
Yeah.
Do the photos.
And the
At the
ferry
Ferry
is the
Roast
best
Bay,
way, especially
Hmm.
here. Like
Oh yeah.
even in Brisbane, like if you want to see the up and down and do the river, the ferry is the best way. I mean,
Oh,
even
here we
though
go.
like that's for the inner reach and along the river, but when you want to, I mean, at least we got the little koala sanctuary other than the zoo, and we've got, Australia Zoo, all the
Yeah.
attractions down the coast. Going right on Neptune's trident. Yeehaw! It's going into courtesy silent mode while expelling.
Nice. Good thing. You'll do it. Mhm. What's the name? What's going on? That is not 100%. What is it? Yeah, Google Sheets. Oh,
The Bane.
fuck sake.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get Google Drive. That's excellent. I
I
love
don't even,
Google Drive.
I don't even get Google Drive. You know why? I'll tell you
What?
why. Right. Well, it's too expensive. Like the price you have to pay for that thing. If you're looking for storage online,
Hmm.
I reckon OneDrive.
Well, I get
OneDrive,
work. I get work.
OneDrive, you get a terabyte with everything
Yeah,
in
yeah.
OneDrive. Like,
I get work free, so
yeah.
it's nice. I mean, I mainly use it for my PST's Outlook, but that's automatically synchronized with our bloody profiles anyway. I'm just about ready to do a big purge on that shit because I've got emails that are 10 years old. Just basically deactivate it like 3 businesses ago.
Friday sold one. Hmm.
So I'm doing an impromptu record, just so you know.
Oh, good. No,
Yep,
always record everything,
yep.
broadcast everything. Don't even fucking. Not everything's as good as everything, but I don't know. If you watch anime, they're
No,
not as good as
well,
everything. It doesn't
I'd
matter
like to
because
keep a
it's
lot of the
irrelevant.
raw footage anyway. Pre-recording's good, live's good. You sort of run out of things. At least with pre-recordings, you can, just ramble on and then clip your snippets, clickety snippets.
Clickety snip.
Hey,
That was no.
I had this really bizarre thought.
Mm, mm.
Now, obviously we've been eating and digesting and absorbing the genetically modified organism food some time. I mean, we try our best to eat organic, but
Doing?
well, I've given up personally.
Yeah,
Just like whatever.
no,
But
you wouldn't even know. You really wouldn't
if
know.
if it's got like animal genes in the food, like that
Mm.
beans, rice, or whatever, does that make it non-vegetarian? Like if you're going to be a vegetarian, but you're, say for instance, the rice you have in your, it's got animal DNA in it,
Mm.
is that animal or is it a plant?
Mm.
I mean,
Mm. Well,
not as a, I mean, from a religious point of view, if you don't eat animals, that would make it very
um,
difficult.
well, the
If you considered it to be an animal
oh well,
because it has DNA of an animal, certain sequence.
well, yeah, it'd have to be a certain sequence because, like, in theory, there would have been, no, I don't really buy into that. It probably happens multiple
I would
times.
just,
Life
it
and
was just a
nurturing.
thing. It wasn't really like it was like, oh,
No, look, okay, here's the thing. It
you
depends
have
on who
to.
it is.
Hmm.
Like a vegan.
Well, then
So, like,
yes,
the line, well, the
I
line in
guess.
the sand. No, but see, they have a line in the sand. Like, vegans don't mind killing things. They love it. They get
Hmm.
right into it.
Hmm.
They don't mind factory farming. They get right into it. As long as it doesn't have eyes.
Hmm.
Because if the eyes look at them, they anthropomorphize it, but they don't anthropomorphize the fucking spinach.
Hmm.
But the spinach just gets ripped out of the ground,
Hmm.
and that's a colony of living beings. Like each leaf, and the way they are, they start off as little baby leaves, and they grow to be teenager ones, and then the strong adults protect them, and then the other ones they start to curl over, and they wither, and they go back in and they actually bring up those minerals and stuff that have been concentrated into those leaves, and then they put them on and they like enrich the soil, the
Hmm.
environment around them,
Hmm.
and and but we just kill the whole family.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm
Greedy.
allowed to kill the whole family of spinach because I'm a vegan,
Hmm.
so I can murder at mass scale, and but it's all good because it doesn't have eyes. So yeah, so for a vegan, I think
My
that you
out.
could have like, if you, I would suggest actually if you simply genetically engineered an animal without eyes, they'd eat it.
Well, would they eat like a mole?
Would they eat a mole?
Got eyes. What about a
No, they
worm?
wouldn't.
Worm doesn't have
Some
eyes.
would eat a worm. Some would eat a worm because it doesn't. Because they wouldn't say it because it
A
doesn't have
slug.
eyes. Yeah, I don't know anyone eats slugs. I seen a dog vomit eating slugs. But but that's the thing. So murder's fine. Like it's just where you draw your line in the sand. It doesn't matter. I think for the religious person, it's an interesting question. Because if you really got to the base of that, surely it's just that it's satanic because like God didn't design it. So
Hmm.
it's not godly.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's without God.
Yes. Related.
Mm.
Unnatural.
Yeah, that's hmm.
Well, in the same vein, how does a horse and a donkey mate and make a mule? Mule ungodly?
Well, surely no less godly than whatever children the gorilla semen and women in Nazi Germany did. Ah.
Well, okay. Hello, Yetis.
Hello, Yetis.
You want
Whoa,
Neanderthal?
yeah.
Well, that's how you get Neanderthal, buddy.
Backbreed.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting. Okay.
Rise of a Chimera.
Rise up. The Shimmer rises up.
Takes its rightful position again
Yeah, yeah.
with the man goats.
Oh, the man goats.
They're the pets you can talk to.
Hmm.
Mm. But yeah, that's been funny. The whole implosion of memes. How'd the sniper action go the other day, Si? Hear much more of it?
Um,
Friendly Geordies was gloating about Gladys Berejiklian.
what's he doing? What's she
Oh,
doing?
just he had a bottle of champagne today because she basically got thrown through the raked through the coals as they call it, ICAC.
Is she?
Yeah, I was like,
You're a
oh,
naughty girl. You're a naughty
naughty.
girl.
Yeah.
You.
You deserve a new role in Optus.
Yeah.
Yeah, brand new role
Yeah.
in Optus.
Oh. No, I feel punished for that.
You
Yeah.
should. You should.
Mm.
Optus is a third-rate communications platform. You should feel really punished. You got thirst. Like that medallion I sent you, 3ST. Thirst. You came thirst.
That was good. Yeah, he came first. That was good. I want to come first.
I want to come thirst too. Doesn't everybody?
I want to leave you thirsty with my gum. Want some
Ah!
more? Is that it? Is that how it goes? Is that what you'd say? I don't know. Some fucking shit.
Well, it could be tryst. Could be just a tryst.
Trist.
See,
Well,
tryist.
who says
You
treat?
tryist. All right,
Try,
everyone gets
try,
a prize
try,
then.
try. Everyone gets a try.
Everyone gets a prize.
Oh dear.
So coming thirst isn't too bad after all.
The come first.
uh, what else was I thinking about earlier in the week? Oh, I've had some funny thoughts. I watched an interesting
Oh
Gnostic
wait.
video on the
Gnostic.
whole, the
Yeah.
connections of the gods and the
Oh yeah.
pantheon
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
gods and
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, no, it was good.
What
Really good.
what do they say? What do they have to say for themselves? What is
Oh, you know,
like
no, it was
what
just
the
more
Gnostics
the
say?
descriptive of the different levels of the rulers of the different elemental parts of the universe and how they believed in it, and yeah, it was good. You know, the pecking order of the gods,
Ah,
the
they peck, do they?
slicing off of the penis and the throwing into space.
Into space.
Yeah, oh mate, it was all there,
Come on,
all there.
what is this? What are you talking about? Why, who throws penises into space?
I don't know,
Or
man.
is it force or
Angry
foreskins or
gods,
what is it? Oh, angry
angry
gods.
sons of angry sons of a god cut their
Oh,
fathers' penises off and throw them into
cut
space.
cut the father's penis off and threw it.
Yeah, out of
Oh,
jealousy.
that's the big
The
comet
mother's
that came
jealousy forced the
past.
son, influenced the son to throw the giant penis into the sky. It's quite incredible, They come up a
Is
lot
that a,
in the antiquity,
yeah?
and the
Well,
based on the myth and the writings
uh,
in cuneiform and the translations.
um, um, I mean, I'm curious as to what got thrown into like. Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
you
if it
cut
was
your
thrown into
father's
space, but it was definitely severed and
thrown into the sky.
thrown into the sky. Maybe
Well,
not.
then into
Maybe not into
space.
space. Maybe it didn't reach space. It just reached heaven one. It's just tracking with the satellites.
Oh, there's just like Zeus's cock is just in orbit.
Just hanging around up there, having a squirt every 2,000 years or something.
Yeah,
Rains
yeah,
down,
yeah.
some meteors on the planet.
Yeah, no,
Giant
see,
sperms come down as like
that's what I
meteors.
suspect. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
suspect. Yeah.
You got to watch them giant
Uh,
sperms coming from outer space. It's like the what was the episode of Rick and Morty, the intergalactic incest baby.
oh, yeah, classic.
Ah,
Class.
that was a great episode. Or two episodes, really, wasn't it? Because it was the first bit when he's getting milked by the milk. You didn't play around with that milking machine, did you? No, 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 no. Oh man, so
Uh-huh.
good.
Yeah. That, yeah, it, I hope that, like, I mean, I get the last season, but I sort of hope that it improves. Like, the last season was basically around about, like,
Come in order.
I don't know. Well, it was about sort of the, Rick basically having a breakdown.
Yeah, yeah, having a nervous breakdown and having to take time out to, you know,
Mm.
create the robot him so that he could go and take
Mm.
some time out. You want to do another one of them, or you want to just do the deal? Regular. Yep. So what would do that with the sides? Yeah, I'll have some.
Yes.
That one. Hang on, let's pick up. Okay. We'll just do this. And I'll. Cool. Bonk.
Ordering the dream.
Dreamy orders.
Mhm.
Yeah. Uh, Pepsi regular. Yeah. Don't.
Give me that sugar, says Dylan.
Sugary goodness.
Sugary good. Poke in the eye.
Chopstick, thank you very
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I might get sides.
What are you ordering? A KFC or?
Domino's.
Oh, Domino's.
Yeah.
Oh, what pizza does Dylan get?
I'm gonna go spicy pizza. Peppery panny. Add. Better. What else did you want, Dylan?
What does it do?
Life in the big city.
Mm.
Actually, you're in the city. I'm in the city.
Ah,
Big city life.
mm, mm. Actually. Available at match.
Boop.
So this number here. So this equals 852 minus that plus that plus that. That's the formula we want.
There you go. Pardon me. The foods are ordered.
What do you order from Domino's these days, Em?
I got a spicy paneer pizza with anchovies and goat cheese on it.
Sounds
And
favourable.
Dylan got a pepperoni pizza with the cheesy crust. And Cheesy scrolls. Special applied voucher or savings.
Hmm.
But yeah, I found a whole stack of the VRM models now.
Hmm.
Basically, that VROID's booth. Man, there's so many models on booth and the other like model repositories. It's heaps. Quite well done too. I don't know if you've seen any in the videos I've
fuck.
dropped lately, but on the YouTubicals. Dropped out of my YouTubicals.
Suffering.
Very cute cat chick. Very cute cat girl. Emotional rescue.
Oh,
Emotional
oh yeah.
yeah. Was it emotional Tampax rescue?
Well.
I'll come to your emotional Tampax rescue. Got to do those things every part of the White Knight program. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's making my hand quiver.
mm-hmm.
Just in just
with
despair.
simpy anticipation. Your sympathies are already starting to generate.
No.
Tears in the corners of your eyes. Get the vial. Vial.
Get the blade.
Get the vial so that I might capture the
Get the
tears.
fucking blade, man. Whoa! I just scratched the shit out of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Thing.
Self-abuse.
Well, sometimes. I mean, nah, that's. I get like dry skin, psoriasis basically on my elbows. Sometimes it just, sometimes it's really fine. I don't know, like it cycles. Like maybe it's
Stress
stress related.
related. Yeah.
Maybe so.
What isn't stress related?
I was going to say sex, but even sex is stress related.
Mm. Unless it's with yourself.
Oh no, but
Okay.
you look up the reason why people masturbate,
Mm.
and like a lot of them will masturbate to go to sleep,
Out of
to
frustration. Yeah.
to
Get
relax
to relax
themselves.
mode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man. Women, you look at women saying, "Oh yeah, I do that too."
Mm.
They're saying they're bad off for the same reasons.
Much.
Fuck's sake. You know,
Similarities. Much similarity, but yet
what in the
so many
actual
differences.
motherfucking Christ is going on here?
I don't know, you're having a nervous breakdown over Google Spread.
Oh, how did you know?
Mm.
It's just a fucking Muppetware. Oh, for Christ's sake. Fucking hell. I've just selected three
They
cells.
should
Every time I
rename
go,
it Google Peanut Butter Jelly.
it just doesn't like, okay, here's something. In conditional formatting, you can't select a cell to reference. Like it's like, if I'm in cell A1.
Mm.
If B1 equals 3, make me red. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, that's fucking useless, isn't it? It's only it can sort of reference itself. It can
Mm.
reference a formula, or it can reference like just a number. Like, but if you try and just make it like,
If it has any more Boolean operations, it has a
I
meltdown.
don't know. Like if X is like if cell is so instead of being able to use, maybe you'd have to use like an entire formula. I don't know. Like anyway,
Mm.
there's just so many. I can't. I'm just trying to do it simple. Here we go. I finally got it right. Oh no, there's no, no. Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Can't you just reference itself? If B1 equals 3, then turn B1 red.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all right.
B1 equals numeric value 3, turn B1 red or B2 red.
Updated. It's interesting. Like it's been interesting watching myself today, and so we're like live delivering. The event's on. Like, well, the event's on tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
the day is just killed. It's certainly on. It's not like didn't see each other for 6 months. It's now like in phase. But I like I observed like how I worked during the day, and I didn't just do the tasks as required. I actually, as I was doing the tasks, and as new information came to light, like a guest said, "Oh, yeah, can I have something like this with my merch or whatever?" I just immediately just completely overhauled the system. Just rebuilt the spreadsheet, not rebuilt the spreadsheet, but added the next columns, deleted those columns, they're not needed. As I was like dynamically learning how everything necessarily worked, I just rebuilt the system.
Yeah.
So by the end of Sunday, the system I've got on will be completely evolved from how it was on Thursday in total responsively. Like it's not like, oh, okay, we'll just deal with that. And I just immediately open my laptop and redesign it as the person's talking to me to suit the needs, so that now that's integrated. So I simultaneously did all of the work and was engineering at the same time. Like
The multitasker.
well, you may as well do it then. Like when are you going to do it? When you've forgotten?
Best to do it while it's
Well, let's
fresh.
catch up. Let's catch up in 2 weeks after we've had a rest. Well, that's going to be a disaster. No, let's meet up on Monday immediately afterwards and just smash out like the next week.
Yeah.
When we're totally powered up with all of the knowledge. Like that's when then maybe go and have a rest. After you've just totally blasted it. It's like flip it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
System 180, brother. Like it's like people are like, oh nah. You're like, oh, I finished the project, we should have a beer. No.
No.
Let's take all of our learnings and do all the improvements required and then have the beer.
Celebrate with the beer.
Yeah, that's right. The beer
Is
when I quit.
the reward for the complete optimization.
Yeah, but you get into this trick with that, right? Because if you start this is interesting when I like stopped for a few years recently, all the things like I decided to have the week without, and so I thought I was doing quite well with alcohol, but then like all this trip started to occur, and the big one was the reward.
Oh, the rewarding. Yes.
Yeah, like I just did this, like I worked really hard, I smashed all this stuff out, and then I was like on my way home, and it's like, but what about me? And I was like, what about you? And it was just like, well, fuck, what I don't. I never get anything. If I can do all this shit, I get nothing. And you're like, oh, fuck. And it was like angry. It was angry at being denied, you know, as if it was denied being given something. I need my reward for this. It like wasn't sadness or someone like yelled at me like I broke up with my girlfriend, I got drunk, kind of thing. No, it was like finished, smashed. You were actually, I was on the phone to you actually, because I was dealing with fucking printers and Windows,
Yeah.
Surface tablets, man, and I was ringing up Jones. What is going on? Like I've removed this USB to like serial freaking driver, and it just keeps coming back, and it's the wrong version. And you're like, oh no, it doesn't matter if you deleted it. And like it even like even after I tried to wipe it,
Yeah.
it still had some like
Residual trace to it.
that just made it come back.
Mm.
Anyway, once I solved that night, yeah, my brain was like, "Where's my goddamn drugs?
Mm.
Where's the thank you? Where's the alcohol?"
Reward required.
And by that weekend, I actually woke up in the middle of the night, like like not tripping visually, but tripping like I was like really angry. You
Mm.
know, like I had this, I was like fucking, yeah. And I was just like, wow, how interesting.
Yep.
How, mm.
But you've gotten used to that whole cycle of the need the reward.
Where's my
Where's
reward?
my reward?
There it goes.
That's where you got to learn to say, hey, body, sometimes there is no reward. It's done because it just needs to be done.
So one more, I need one more little alteration. I will say, I just want to give a compliment to Google Sheets. When you hide columns or rows,
Mm.
you go up to the cell labels, and they've got these like two little arrows that are there where you've hidden. And you just move over them and you just like click on it, and they unhide, which is just like, oh, that's nice. Because in Excel, you've got to go through a bit of an undertaking. You know, like you've got to sort of grab the hidden line, and you sort of, it's a little bit fiddly.
Yeah.
But that's quite nice. I must say, credit where credit's due, as
Mm.
they say. Let's do a format.
When it actually
Cell
does what
formatting.
it's supposed to.
If cell is less than or equal to. Oh, I see. Yeah, so because in in it doesn't have validation. Oh, well, do nothing to it. Okay. Now we want you to do something to it.
Yeah, I've got a couple more programs to play with, like a doll player system where it's like you set up poses for it.
Hmm.
Trying to figure out how to do the so each of the models can have like a whole stack of different poses, and the poses can be like eye changes and all these other different things. which
Uh-huh.
is pretty cool.
Ah,
So you know how when they get mad, their eyes might change from their standard eye set to a red eye set, show that they're angry, you know?
but how does it assess your anger? Like, does it, you have to like tell it
Well,
you're
it's a
angry?
key. You either use
Key binding.
key binding or a voice binding. So you might be, that makes me really mad, and then you get the anger. The word
Ah,
mad
special.
triggers the anger
So you gotta.
icon. Or the anger expression. So you
How?
can set keywords to, as soon as it hears keywords, then it'll automatically do the expression. You just got to remember to use the keyword. Or you can have it on the number pad from 1 to whatever, or to 0, program it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole other level of how this is going to work. Like where you maybe like it's using like heart rate and other data and like eye tracking, face tracking. So if you're mad,
Mm,
like it
yep,
starts,
hand
you know, you,
tracking.
you
Well,
cranky,
even
cranky
the
face.
cameras now, like they're using the ability to use the camera for both the face and track the hands.
Um,
Because that's what that
um,
other virtual camera
linear,
program that I
linear
downloaded.
ping, linear ping. So, wow,
Pizza is on
the
its way.
staff,
Watching
the
the
staff
tracker.
ate. Uh, the reason my phones did not sell is because they were being used by staff to fill pre-sale bags, so not available for sale to staff. Staff ate up your photo books this evening. I think that Rice, cause her merch tomorrow is just going to be gone by like midday, like within an hour, 2 hours. I reckon it's all gone.
What's that? The Merc.
The co the cosplayers merch.
Yeah.
And it's not like that. It's because there's not much of it. Like there's like four of each photo, and
Mm,
there's still a lot of stuff. Like all up, that adds up to like whatever, 120 items, but it'll be like gone.
yeah.
16,000, 17,000 people, or whatever it is now. It's fucking.
Quite easy to absorb that.
Oh, there's nothing there. There's fuck
Mm,
all. It'll be just all sold out. people will be actually upset. I think there'll actually be lots of upset people. Like she could have sold like 3 times this.
Well, there's always next time.
Like 1%, 1%, 16,000, 17, we're at 17,000 or something, like 1,700. So 170 units.
Mm.
You'd have to have at least that. And
Yeah.
but the thing is that like even this, like people just want to buy, like even in the pre-sales, like people bought more than one item. People just come in and they'll buy like two of something, 2 things, a photo book and 2 prints.
Yeah.
I love how she's got this collar. Like it's
Oh,
so cool.
there's the pizza. Hang
Go
on.
get the pizza.
Gotta get the pizza coming. Back in a sec.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Yeah, she's like, so she hasn't bought heaps. She's bought a bit, but it'll all go.
Yeah.
It's gonna all be gone. Um, yeah, I think the only one that, oh well, other like there was another person. Um,
Mm.
they sold out. They sold out before they even
Had the
like.
stand,
Yeah,
like the pre-sales.
totally sold out.
Yeah.
Everything. Amazing. But yeah, no, there might be like looking at the different stuff. Like I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I think it'll be, and it's easy to sort of say, oh well, well, one person might not sell everything, but they bought a lot. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Yeah, and I think
Well, that really gives you a good indicator, like on how popular that particular.
concept is.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this is the thing, like the thing we're doing right now. This is the future.
Mm.
Right? Well, it's now, but I mean, it's the future. Like, um, and yeah, I mean, it might not like things like VTubing, might be seen as like, oh, the thing, VTuber versus like like a manga artist or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's different things, Si. They're different
oh well, it is.
things. Like a manga artist, that they're a artist that creates characters and whatever. What we're doing, like to do our little VTubing thing, like for me, I mean, sure, there's probably people out there that, like we've discussed, spent thousands of dollars on their characters.
Mm.
You and I, what have we spent on it? 30 minutes? 30 minutes to install the program and to create the character. Boom.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's what we spent, 30 minutes of time.
What are you talking
Rather
about? It took me a whole lifetime to become that character. That's like that's at least, you know. Oh, what? It's
40
funny
plus
actually.
years.
See, like, well, no, well, hundreds, thousands. Like, there was a VTuber that it was last year that people just loved. I think she was Australian actually.
Mm. She had
But
like a character that was like 1,000,000 years old or something.
that's right. That's
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's it. The backstory goes back 1,000,000 years, of course.
Yeah,
You know.
as you do.
Yeah.
My mind does.
Who knows? So how long we've been here for? Perhaps
Well,
we've had this same conversation before every you know, great ending and the next beginning.
yeah, I, I do worry for the world if I die. I don't think it's going to be around much longer. But uh, it's too. But yeah, so the yeah, internally within any kind of thing, of course, the resistance to change or the new, and so yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people who just think like that kind of like whatever the VTubers thing is just stupid, you know.
No, not at all.
No, well, I do. I
I
mean, I know
think
people who like,
it's a good way of release without having to and keep a
well,
certain level of anonymity.
but no, I think that it's not anonymity. Like it could be, but I think this, and obviously a lot of these, like especially the ones who are like brand ones, like HoloLive and all the others, like the big sort of things.
Yeah.
But that's because sort of, and there's other reasons behind that's less to do with anonymity and more to do with like the sort of creative value and attachment. But the idea that like, how is it any kind of surprise that out of like anime and these things and video games and things, all this stuff is that you would then naturally gravitate towards where, you know, I mean, it's sort of like cosplay. Like really, like,
Hmm.
it's just being another character. What's that? Like it's
Well,
just dressing up.
to me,
And so
VTubing is lazy cosplay.
there you go.
Yeah, it's essentially I don't have to dress up. I can create a character, and it's doing the dressing up, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, my makeup's way better on my character than in person. It's gonna take me years to get good skillful like that.
Hmm. Hmm. Well,
I'm blemish
you
free.
saw the other characters that I've made. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
they're pretty much blemish free except for a bit of bum fluff on the face. So,
I'm glad you said where the bum fluff was. But um, yeah, I mean, yeah, like I think that like it's part of like where you become like Squaresoft or whatever, like Square Enix, and then you
mm,
become, you feel like, oh yeah, I'm that character, I'm Square, I'm, you know, like you feel like the character in the game, and it's like you
mm,
really connect to like
mm.
all of that stuff. That's all of what's led to,
Well,
Hudson.
that's why Danny loved that game Bone Storm. Remember that one?
Hmm.
The
I
one
think
where
the name's really familiar.
yeah, Bone Storm. It was like a fully 3D um versus the Horde. You're one dude and you can like kick and got like the best weapon in the game was like this um
Chainsaw.
no, it was like a drill, like a space drill,
Oh.
and you'd hit the characters and they'd spin around with the drill and you could drill like a whole line of them in one go. Bone Storm. Danny loved it. I remember when it came out on the PC and he's like, "Oh, I've seen this game. I really want to get it." He got it
Is
and I
this
was
where you
just like,
simulated? Is this where you
you
simulate like
kick people into
massive battles?
cactus. Yeah, kick people into cactus and stuff, and you get bonus for the bigger the splatter.
Ah, okay, no, it's not the one I'm thinking of.
Mm.
I'm thinking of something else which is like where you um
It was a massive game, a first person sort of thing.
no, it's where I was thinking of a game actually where you've got like tens of thousands of enemies and you sort of have to you put into these weird scenarios, you know what I mean? And it's like a tower defense game really,
Mm.
but this doesn't sound like a tower defense game. It's more like a zombie
It sort of
apocalypse
is a
game.
zombie one, but it's like you're
Um,
enemy number one, and you got to get yourself
mhm.
through to this certain position. There's this whole, thing where you do the to get from one area to the next, you have to like rope line, zip line. from one
Hmm.
area to the next. Yeah, it was quite a good game. Very for its time, it was really well done. Mega violent. You know what Dan was like. Loved his
Ultra violence.
gratuitous violence.
Ultra. Ultra violent.
Mm. And he loved it when he could kick, like, 'cause, you know, I mean, obviously being stuck in a wheelchair, the idea of being able to kick someone into a cactus and then to watch them suffer, you know, after, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, not having any legs and stuff, it was,
Representative of the
oh
suffering.
man, the amount of smiles and snickers and laughs he got off him, because, you know, it'd get ridiculous, like, the amount of, you know, multiple kills, because, you know, most of those games, like the Street Fighter and whatever, it's the combos. And as long as you could keep the combos going with the Slaughterfest, because there was just mass of, you know, enemy coming towards you. So you just continuously just kicking and bumping and shooting and oh yeah. So and some of the we would just sit there laughing our heads off with the amount of carnage. Yes, good times.
Good times.
Good times.
Such good times. Man.
Should pull up a go for the
Voice shaking. Huh. Oh. Oh.
big day.
Yeah, I am. This morning I had at like sort of 7 o'clock in the morning or something. 7. I had 2 eggs, small packet of ham that I got on special for 85 cents, and a few thin slices of cheese. The cheese actually probably has a bit to do, like, well, not cow cheese, but nonetheless, that probably has a lot to do with my elbows right now. And what else did I have? That was it. And then I ate some beef jerky in the middle of the day, sort of 1 o'clock.
Mm.
And then I ate at 8 p.m. And so, yeah, the director was very generous and stopped in at, I gave him a lift to his place. So he didn't have to take the train and walk and do all the shit to get what he needed because he's staying in a city, so he doesn't have to deal with all that massive travel. And so we stopped at a Macca's. We got
Nice.
40 chicken nuggets, mate. At 20 each. Just smash those fuckers down, mate. And I was
Smash
like,
it down, all
and
right.
he knew the way too, because I was like, man, Big Mac sauce. He's like, oh yeah, Big Mac sauce. That's I was like, if you ever get Macca's and you get chicken nuggets, you want the Big Mac. Which sauce do you want? Big Mac special Big Mac sauce. That thing, oof, it makes you know why Big Macs are actually tasty. Because if you eat a Big Mac, just the meat of a Big Mac, it's badass boring. There's no, but that Big Mac special sauce, it's like a
Mm.
by itself. It's like, well, it's not a pickle sauce, so that's not quite right to say, but it's certainly like a. It's got like a. It's like a pickle mayonnaise or something, like whatever it is. It's fucking good. Anyway, yeah, smash 20 nuggets, man. And
Yep.
because I was driving, and I said, I said to him, man, it's really interesting. Hey, like I had the morning food, which was basically protein. Well, it was protein. There was no fat. And then the jerky, well, I mean, there's fuck all fat in that, probably. So let's have a look. A little bit, like, but 1.9 grams. And it was super interesting, like, because I just sort of, I need to eat fat.
Mm.
Like, I've just done masses of brain work today, and my brain is actually starving.
Yeah.
So we stopped in at Macca's and just, he's like, here we can double down on it and go to
Smash.
KFC. And I was like, wait, no, I can't, no, that's too much. But yeah, so we stopped in there and yeah, smashing that, man. And I could feel my brain like repopulating
Yeah.
as I ate the
Getting
fat.
the
It was
getting
just
the
like,
fat back. Yeah.
it was just
Give me
like,
the
yeah, nervous system needs fats to feel stable. And the brain, it needs that as fuel. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so good building blocks. It stabilized me completely.
Mm.
So tomorrow, oh no, I don't want to do that. I've got this like it's cool. I've got this like water flask thing, you know, but it's a thermos.
Yeah.
It's nice for hot water in it. So I've just got warm water all day. Good times. But I thought about what if I
Quickly
put like bone.
absorbable.
Well, I thought about yeah, and I thought what if I put bone broth in there, and I was just like, it'd
Caveman
be
juice.
it'd be really good, but the inside of the thing I'd never get it clean.
No.
Maybe if I use some harsh.
Forever tainted.
If I use some harsh non-organic cleansing products, but then it would be tainted with that.
Mm.
So
Defeats purpose.
nice to be.
Trying to look for this game. Oh, what's here?
You know another game that he liked a lot, which I thought was always very good, and it was not is what was that thing? We used to play it. I don't know how much we played it. It seems more than we
You're
should
not
have.
talking about Warlords.
Oh, I mean, we played that to death, but
Mm.
no, it was like it was the precursor to. It's what Worms ripped off. Remember, it was like this tank game, and you had your little, and you had all your different weapons, and you know,
Oh, Scorched Earth.
fuck, and that's the one. Scorched
Scorched
Earth.
Earth, brother.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah,
great game.
a great game. Yeah, and Worms, total rip, but
Yeah.
not as good.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was good in its own little way, but all like the minioning of the characters, or the minions probably actually ripped Worms better.
Worms just allowed you to name your tank.
Yeah, but you also, I think the thing in there was you also had a squad, like
Mm.
where Scorched Earth just was the one of you, wasn't there?
Yeah, just the one little
Mm.
mobile or whatever you've chosen for the icon.
But damn, man, it was like we had. I wonder, is Scorched Earth still like? Is there a modern version of Scorched Earth?
It'd have to
I
be.
wonder. Do you
It'd
think
have
so?
to be.
What have they wrecked it, or is it just like like it just like stayed true? You know, there's one. Let's have a look. Let's have a look out there. We're gonna check it out.
I'm sure you could have a look. Have to be there.
Guys and looks. Well, I don't probably need to do it inside the business system.
Be abandonware by now, wouldn't it?
You'd think. I mean, I don't know. Scorched Earth game. It's the third search. Scorched Earth Tarot. Scorched Earth game. Play online.
Okay. So they got a Java version of it.
Scorched Earth is a shareware artillery video game. It was released for MS-DOS in 1991
Yep,
using C++ and Turbo Assembler.
I remember.
Classic Reload. Play classic games. Let's see how dodgy this website is. Yeah, it's pretty dodgy. That's I'm not even sure which button I meant to press. Maybe this button. I'm just trying to see if it like. I'm dreading what's going to happen here. How it like networks. Oh,
Pretty sure it used IPX.
how do I get past this ad? Press any key to continue. Launching emulator. Yeah. And what of it? Are you going to do anything with it? Game file? No. Docs box. Oh. Oh. Rounds. Oh, jeez. What have I done? How come I lost my?
I'm trying to
How's
swallow
my?
down some food. Background.
Yeah, you should just eat
Hmm.
like a normal. Well, we can't have dinner together.
Yeah, we're having dinner.
Dinner. I've lost my mouse. It took my mouse. There, it got it back.
I logged into one stream the other night and it had been going for 9 hours or something. And the guy was asleep. Could actually hear him snoring.
That is some funny stuff right there.
And people are
Download the game.
still in the chat, just chatting away.
And was he like asleep, like in his chair, like with face down and a bit of drool? Or
I don't
like,
know. It didn't. It had gone to like a picture,
Huh.
and then he's obviously been chatting, and then fallen asleep mid chat. Just left the stream open. It was awesome.
I mean, that's the way to do it.
Just fell asleep chatting, and then obviously when he woke up, he's just like, oh, shit, and just stops the stream.
That's SciTV. That's perfect. Yeah. That's what you do. Oh. Oh no. What's this? Oh, it's Ark Survival Evolved. Oh, it's still got a website. What? It's got a.
What?
Oh, yeah, I found it. This is the real thing, not this nasty. Oh, it's still bad. Windows all, Linux some. Scorched Earth incorporates lively, fully destructible 3D landscapes that includes animated jets, naval vessels, water, and even birds, with detailed tanks, projectiles, stunning visual effects. Simple turn-based artillery game.
They've ramped it up, doing it pretty
Oh,
up.
it says on the Mac. 24 players. You can play with up to 24 players at any time, mixing computers and humans. I'm just going to hit the theoretical 55-second YouTube arrangement. Okay, we've got a. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you've ever seen this thing like where if you embed YouTube on a website, and sometimes like when people do that, and you press play, like it'll only play for like 5 seconds, and you got to keep pressing play.
Oh, like it keeps pausing automatically.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's doing it here too. It's YouTube itself.
Ah,
Are you looking for features? No, I'm not looking for anything. Yeah, I'm getting 1 second at a time.
hmm.
Mm, mm.
Like
Yeah, man, this is.
the play button is not play button. It's like the one frame.
You gotta click that bastard.
Hmm.
You know, and then you can get like in the bit, you can just slow down. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
baby. Oh, I
Yeah.
want to watch that. I'm gonna slow down. Neat. Talking of speeding up and slowing down. Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, it's got
Hey,
heaps of chili
what
on it.
is what does Sega make a game? Oh, hang on.
What?
Is this for real? Sega made a gaming PC and I bought one. I knew Titanic submarine imploded on Monday and rescue was a charade. Huh.
Hmm.
What does Marcus Browning have to say about the M2 Mac Pro? 10 minutes. We could find out. Oh my God, that's why I'm just going. Oh my God. God damn.
What's happening?
What? Ads.
Oh,
Which is my own fault. Like I've only got myself to blame.
added value.
Well, I don't pay for YouTube. It's a bit expensive to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't pay either. Does
Like they
get me.
kind of disincentivize it by making it so expensive. And I know they give money to the creators and all, and it's from the ads and it's all good. Like
Hmm.
I'm not devaluing that it has value.
Completed their Apple Silicon transition. They said it would take 2 years, and Postman agreed, but now every single Mac that was running for years ago is running Apple Silicon from the top to the bottom of their line. And the very last one to get it was this one right here, the new Apple Silicon Mac Pro. And it got it in a weird way. So let's talk about it. There's a whole line of the Macs. And the bottom of the lineup was the MacBook Air and the Mac Mini getting M1s.
Oh, that's better. That little munch. Still there, Sober? Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I got you.
What about now?
Yep,
No?
still
No.
hear you.
Well, at least I can correct. Well, at least I know how to deal with that. You know what? Like, it sounds insane. But I want to get a separate set of headphones for my Mac.
Yeah, you were saying.
Bec- It is a fucking like, I don't know. Once again, does Tim Cook actually use a Mac? Like, I mean, the Mac's actually pretty good. I don't. That's not quite my. Does he use AirPods and a Mac
Are you on your
and an
laptop?
iPhone? No, I'm on my phone.
Oh, you're on your phone.
Well, I'm on
Okay.
both.
Yeah.
I'm not even working on my laptop. I'm talking to you on my phone.
Yeah.
But um, like, surely he gets a lot. Surely he has more phone calls than I do in a day.
Oh, like we
It'd be pretty
discussed, man.
easy.
You just have his own little personal phone bitch.
Someone who just, let's say, someone who earns $200,000
That's
a
right.
year.
200,000 just to answer the
250?
phone.
250?
250. Had to be 250.
250, yeah. So,
Yes, Les.
anyway, because
Let's talk
Jesus
business
fucking
later.
fuck.
Right now. That's beautiful body.
That's what I mean. Your beautiful body.
Mr. Bungle, you will be
Mr.
me your
Oh,
account, won't
oh,
you?
yeah,
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Bungle.
Yes.
Yes,
Talk business.
Mr. Bungle. The Bungle.
Yeah.
Mr. Bungle is so good.
Hmm.
I mean, you meet people randomly in
Inspiration.
life, and then you ask the question, like, do you like Mr. Bungle? And it just tells you everything, like, well, not everything, but it tells
Well,
you a chunk
gives you
about
a
their
good
character, which is of value.
idea of their character. If they've heard the Bungle before. If they smile and they give you that, that devilish grin, then you know. Yeah. Cool.
Mm. Mm. Number 2 comment, that's my opinion. I agree. Legacy X says, shot in the dark because it took longer than expected and they have a direct product cannibalizing it. I'm going to assume that they did have a bigger, faster chip for it that they couldn't get to work, and this is their fallback.
Yeah.
But also the other thing is the other made the sort of like superior comment or position on that is when everyone's like, oh, what's the point of that? It's got the same chip and everything. And it's like, well, there's a sort of diminishing returns on chips at the moment. Like, what do you know? Like, I mean, seriously, like, yeah, if you're doing actual real mega workflows, you've got superclusters. You know what I mean? Like, you don't
Yeah.
have like a
Yeah,
fucking
you
computer on
don't
your desk.
mess around.
You don't have a computer on your desk. Oh yeah, I've got this computer on my
Got
desk.
this little, 10 PC cluster.
Yeah.
Shut
Oh
up.
my God. How much did that cost you? Like 20 grand?
Mm.
No. My supercluster cost me 400 million. Ah, that's a computer. That's like a real computer. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What you've got is
So,
a toy. That's it.
but as other people have mentioned, like there actually are all these PCIe cards, things like, you know, just, I don't know, ludicrous levels of storage at super speeds, and that use PCI 4 and PCIe 4 and stuff, and also just all of your AV cards, like
Yeah.
like ones that do all your SDI inputs and outputs, and all of that, and a studio or whatever, buying a $20,000 computer, like that's not like one, one whatever, one
Yeah.
camera is worth $100,000. Like one
Yeah.
computer,
Yeah.
I think 20 grand. It's like a
Hmm.
godsend. Cheap as fuck. Let's see. Let's see.
These days.
Let's see what,
By rounding error, but I did do this 10-minute stress test back to back 3 times each on Mac Pro and Mac Studio. And while the Mac Studio dropped a tiny bit on the second run, and Mac Pro technically increased slightly with each run, suggesting it wasn't near its limit yet, it wasn't really that dramatic.
Yeah, but it's like-
closer to 10% of the tests, but it's not enough to spend $3,000 more for one full set of machine. It is more I/O on Mac Pro technically.
More I/O.
Card slot on front, unfortunately, which is one of the most important ones. But it does have a new card at the top here with 6 Thunderbolt ports and 2 more at the front, so totally 8 more than the Mac Studio. And it also has 2 HDMI 2.0 ports.
That's interesting. 8
and 2
Thunderbolt
ports instead of 1.
pseudo
technically,
PCIe.
yes, you also
Yeah.
would spend $3,000 more on the Mac Pro just for that. I think people would get dongles for 1 extra port, but no, the real difference, the reason the Mac Pro exists is PCI slots. Like that's really it. Like the next time you see a comment or a tweet or something, why does the Mac Pro even exist when you can get the same computer in Mac Studio? It's because this one has PCI slots. The Mac Pro has 6 open PCI expansion slots, and the Mac Studio does not have 5 of them. PCI Gen 4, the last one, compatibility slot. It's kind of fun how empty it looks when you get it. Like you open this computer up and
Well, having those ports and that speed side, it allows for the whole external video card.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
actually, no, it
as
doesn't.
many as you want, really.
No.
There's no way.
The
aren't even for video cards or GPU.
you can't use video cards.
Actually, because as we know, a GPU which has 192 up to 192 gigs of shared memory is built into the Apple Silicon.
You can't.
So really, all we're getting the PCI slots for is expansion slots, the pure dedicated expansion slots that a lot of pros in certain industries you bought. Sound cards, IO cards, storage cards, networking cards. That's it. So yeah, it is really specific, and it will sound ridiculous to most people that literally doesn't support video cards. Like you could pull a crazy AMD Radeon card out of the old Mac Pro right now and put it into this thing, and basically nothing would happen. Also, at the same time, most of the buyers of these Mac Pros are, production studios, post houses, music studios.
It is interesting that it's only got 192 gig of RAM. Like there's something else yet to come.
Yeah.
And maybe there isn't. Maybe they're like, we're not playing. And if someone wants 2 terabytes of memory, they should have a supercluster worth $10 million. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. You should make the jump
Yeah.
rather than just trying to do it.
Yeah, with a bunch of like.
Well, it was like us playing fucking 2D games on our 486s versus the Silicon graphics machine when it first came out. We were drooling, creaming in our pants over a, $120,000 machine with all the rest of the software and everything involved in it. And now, what?
Well, the Silicon
$3
graphics
grand.
went inside.
If
Well, no,
that.
the Silicon graphics is of those days. Because the guys like, a lot of the engineers like that made that technology, made all of the technology of today at Silicon Graphics.
Yeah.
And they went on to start like other companies and tech and stuff like that. And I mean, like it was, but it was, the Nintendo 64 is a Silicon Graphics.
Yeah. Yep. That was a little
first one.
Yeah.
Like the first consumer one.
The risky.
Essentially,
First to the riskies. They took a risky venture and it turned out to be capitalized.
So that right there is real power of Apple Silicon if you're shooting progress. If you think about it, so much of this pro machine stuff is specific to workflows. It's very difficult to build one computer with no expansion or upgradability or modularity at all that works with everyone's workflows. So there did need to exist a Mac that could accommodate some more interesting workflows. But like, I don't shoot progress. I shoot for 3D, so I'm not going to need the exact.
I installed that banana.
Storage. When you're holding VC's 8M2 PCI SSD, this is basically a PCI expansion card with NVMe SSDs on it. So the max storage you can get
Audio
is 8 terabytes.
meter mixer thing.
Cool. But you can max out one of these cards at 64 terabytes, and it will read at 25,000 megabytes per second.
25,000 megabytes a second.
Wow.
Is going to replace the current external control backup, which is where I was keeping all my old footage.
That's some real video shunting going on there. That might be almost close enough to get the full amount of data for your full spatial 3D collection and transference rates.
Necessary. We're getting there. We're approaching.
So you'll have this fantastic headset which will do all the pickup, and this amazing computer to do all the throughput. You'll have like this little cart that has to be dragged behind you with like a waste belt for all the batteries to fucking run it all. Little red wagon full of your batteries. Hopefully they'll come up with something a little bit more compact. Batteries haven't really changed much since the lithium, have they? Like there's no real.
Well, yeah. I mean, no.
There's been
There's other issues.
advances in the way it's stored and the processes of refining it, I guess. But
no, there's other technologies like to do with zinc and zinc ones and air ones and there's a bunch of things, but
it
they've all got
similar to that whole
issues.
question of, when they
They've all
run
got
out of
other
the
issues.
materials for the atomic clocks, at least we've got some other materials that decay as well. So
Yes, yeah, no, there's
yeah,
well, in fact, we have multiple different things.
decayable methods.
There's actually multiple teams running different systems, and like, and so we are looking at ones which will like change the minerals and stuff that we compute time with, and
yeah.
no, but it's evolving.
I think our best effort was, convincing rocks to start thinking.
But that's
Man's greatest achievement, getting rocks to think.
Well, I think that's Earth's greatest achievement.
Getting man to think that he's gotten rocks to think.
Yeah, well, the Earth created man to create so that could like animate the Earth. Like the Earth animated the Earth to animate itself. And now we can move the Earth around. Like the Earth is, we're like, oh yeah, we flew to Mars. No, the Earth flew to Mars intentionally. Like it intended. The Earth intended. This is like, well, chuck that thing there.
Put that there.
I mean, imagine being a creature that can like separate a chunk of yourself from yourself to then like independently walk around and help work on you and fix you. That's pretty cool. That's some serious biz. I'm not suggesting whether the Earth has an intelligence or not, but that's the function. That's the environment, or the dynamic system that we literally are the Earth incarnate. Like it's
walking, talking,
lump
golem,
of dirt.
clay golem.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that's what we are, man. It's like literally, that's what we are. Like, what do you think it's made of? Like,
well, that's
like
the
fantasy
costume.
material.
You got to think about it seriously, Si. It's the costume that whatever.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps no. Perhaps like our personalities are just an illusionary gift through complexity by Earth, so that we do it, so that we form part of the giant matrix of the Earth, achieving its goal, and we think that we're not, because I can pretend that I'm Psy. No, no.
Maybe it's the perspective of not realizing, which is the essence of the whole being doing, because you think you're being independent, but you're actually working together.
But that's the art of working together. Is where, like I said, that I have to explain. Actually, I've been working. Did I tell you I've been working? No, not that.
No.
Let me not over exaggerate.
No, you haven't told me.
I haven't told you that I've been like I did the that I was on. I was a volunteer on an AI human collaboration project, and I've got the opportunity to be continued involved more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I got totally troded up, like, well, the whole head was just, I was lubed up. It looked like I was like trying to birth my girl or something. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
The whole scalp it's just lube.
Dating a slime.
I was rimmer. Yeah. Um, and then eye tracking glasses, and then your head in like a sort of not a vice, but and then you can choose to treat it as a vice. Looking at a screen, and it was looking at like ultra camouflaged images and things. Like I thought it was like a military project, maybe for developing like ultra camouflage, but it turned out to be just a complete other thing. So I liked, after hearing about what it was about, that I didn't know it was a collaboration project, because when you actually observe true collaboration, it has nothing to do with collaborating and everything to do with the individual pursuit of a goal
Mm.
that's shared by other individual pursuits of a goal. And if
Correct.
those two individual goals are aligned, they appear to work together, but
True.
they're not working together. And there's a really good AI simulation experiment that shows that.
Mm.
So about hide and seek, I'm sure I've sent it to you. And it's these 3D agents who've been given like a task, two blue ones, two red ones. The blue team's meant to hide, the red team finds hide and seek. And the environment's become variously complicated, and at first there's no hope, like they just get found. And then over time they figure out how to move blocks and protect themselves, and it just gets more and more crazy from there. Between their sort of mutual development over millions of attempts in different environments. But what's amazing about the experiment and the training is, of course, not that those two AIs communicated, because they didn't. Like, they were both independent systems that were running in response to their environment, which included another thing moving around with the same intention. That was it. They didn't like team up.
No.
It's not like it's not one AI can actually have any communication path to the other one at all. But it doesn't matter. And that's the thing. And I mean, I've seen it on acid. And you see all these people like doing this thing, and they all think that they're planning to go down the street together, but they're not. They're all individually doing it, and it
Yeah.
just so happens. And even conversations work like that. Like you just like happen to say words, and then some of them interact with another person's, like, because you've changed the environment.
Their
And then
internal,
the
thought
environment has like
process or whatever. Yeah.
sound waves, like suddenly in the environment, like a song or whatever, and then the other person hears the song and they're like, oh yeah, or you speak and they're like, oh yeah, that's right, nanotechnology, yeah, and they start saying things about it.
Point of reference. That's it.
That's it.
Activates a point of reference that they
And they ramble on.
That's it.
That's all we're doing,
Cheap,
man.
cheap, cheap, cheap.
Cheap, 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 cheap,
Cheap, cheap.
cheap.
Super cheap.
So, super cheap. Do you know I actually guess to this day, super AMart and super cheap auto, I fucking get those two things mixed up, and I've merged them into one brand description, but I know that they're two separate
Super
things.
cheap
And
auto brand, super cheap AMart.
yeah, I call it. I basically, like super
Super AMart
AMart,
cheap.
super cheap, yeah, super cheap Mart super A auto. I don't know. It's just fucked up in my head. It's a muddle. Yeah, I think.
Well, the funny thing is they sell pretty much the same thing, except for a couple of different items.
What do you? Well, I suppose if you look at most people's cars today, or for the last 15 odd years, They don't buy cars, they buy couches and stereos that move
Pretty
move
much.
them around.
Yeah, and then they
So,
decorate it
you know,
with their
yeah,
whatever
they
the
decorate it,
lights and you know,
fluffy covers
fluffy
and
dice and fluffy
yeah.
covers, and that's pretty much auto these days. And then the rest of it goes into the modifications, lowering and engine upgrades and louder and louder stereos so that they, hit those baselines where the physical properties of reality are being warped like the glass on their windows.
Hmm.
Mm. Now imagine that sound that's warping that glass and creating it, that vibration or frequency of making glass wobble without shattering. Then, imagine what it's
Can you
doing.
could you do you think you could get that frequency? I mean, there's probably been experiments already actually.
More than likely.
But where you could get the frequency and maybe it's more than the frequency.
Horns of
Maybe it's
Jericho,
actually
brother.
the
Horns of
freak, yeah.
Jericho in the auto.
Ooh. And it creates a whole thing and just starts like liquefies glass, like liquefies it back to that they could just break walls. Like,
Bring out
seems
the
it seems reasonable.
rock-eating
I mean,
worms.
well, they exist, so I mean, if you bred them, I suppose,
Mm.
intentionally, this worm eats rock better.
Mm.
Just like find the one that gets through the chunky bit of dirt and just start like.
Just remember, when you want to contain them, they've got to live in the lead container.
Yeah, big, which is good because there's a primitive species allegedly. Then you could like mold the lead.
Mm.
They can't eat through lead. It's this.
It's amazing some of the things that have been recorded. So, like as the mythical creatures.
Oh, we should talk about mythical creatures. I think
I like mythical creatures.
they're real.
Whimsicals. Some call them, cichlids or cyclids or whatever you want to call them, but
I think they're real.
whimsicals. A whimsical.
They're real.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they're as real as an imagination that thought them up and continue to propagate that same story, aren't they?
it's a big thing to think up. Like, why? We think up aliens,
Mm,
and spaceships flying around and
of
things.
course, of course.
Is it just that? Is it just like, you know,
It's
12th
like,
century BC,
mankind
humans sitting
sends a
around?
intergalactic message into space. All the other civilizations in space swipe left.
Ah, 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 ah,
Oh, thank you.
ah,
We know
yeah,
about you humans.
yeah. Humans.
Oh, contact day.
So does yeah. Look,
Where to start? Leprechauns, man.
no. Well, no Leviathan. No, early. No. What are the like?
The
Look, it just goes.
primordials.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
talking about the
Look, it comes
primordials.
down. We start off with Gaia, and Gaia being like just hit. Ooh,
Mother of elements.
this guy gets hit with this massive thing, and like, which is like liquid,
Mm.
and brings liquid to Gaia. Comes all over Gaia. Yeah, right. So that's the start of it, right?
Yeah.
And then they meld
Saltiness.
together and they create a
Take the
fusion.
saltiness.
Fractals is because we're a fractal reality. Like so, like the biome has been created through the principle. We exist within the principle.
The fire and the
It
ice.
does a thing. Yeah.
Perhaps it was
Fire
ice
and
that
the
landed, see, and then with the
No,
fire
exactly.
became the water.
mm, mm. And you know,
Survive its
and
long
so
journey. It'd have
and
to
then
be
from
ice.
and then from the union of things that scale, like fucking
Mm,
planetary scale,
mm.
right? The things that came out of that were these first creatures, like what? No, so it
Titans.
wasn't
They would talk of the original Titans.
that are like the Earth in movement, like
Mm,
fucking multi-kilometer high creatures that
mm.
just
Behemoths
mangle the
and
planet. Behemoth. Read up the stuff on Behemoth, man. Fuck.
mm,
That thing that like as its legs were moving and you couldn't see the sky.
mm. Well, basically a walking mountain.
Hmm. Man, you know, that's some big ass creatures.
Mm,
Like just smashing the moving around the world, the like the Earth like becoming like like in that union creating like awareness and life,
mm.
and then these
Then
things like
continuously
lurching up out of into
splitting and
small.
fractalizing,
Mhm, mhm, you know,
combating
that's
and
an interesting thing actually.
battling for dominance.
I wonder if there's anything that anyone who's bothered to research the relationship between string theory and fractal,
Mm,
because surely a fractal is just a visual representation of string theory, like another way, like where you're sort of moving as you zoom along, like it, you know, as you move along a different axis, you see
yeah. Well,
it evolve.
you'd
Like
also get your premise for
we
the
are we are the children of the Titans.
mm, just you know the sand version.
Versus
How
the Hellstone
a
version.
mountain, yeah, a mountain becomes sand over time, just as
Oh,
the Titans became sand.
oh man. Oh, that's nice. I like- That's real, eh? Mm.
Fractal. That's probably about as real as it
But
gets.
that's about as totally real as it gets. So yeah, that consciousness of an entire planet being fractured into like these small bodies. So and from the Titans came the giants, and from the giants came the gods, and then
Mm, from them and to us.
yeah, there was a layer between the gods and us though, that were like the gods after the gods, weren't there? I
Well,
thought there were
there
two.
wasn't there like successions,
Yeah,
several successions. I know the Egyptians
yeah.
went through the whole. Anyone who wasn't compliant, you get turned to a statue in the chamber of statues. So you're either compliant or you end up a porcelain statue.
Arimas.
Arimas.
So I, it's interesting you say that. Like sometimes in class, like so in class, we're like meant to say "sai-san," and I'm meant to go "hi-mas."
Ema gazamas.
Imas means like so.
Imas.
Imas is used to refer to things with a heartbeat. Like I went deep with, like I quizzed how, and I mean it's the teacher's interpretation.
Hmm.
But I'm like, what don't you use it on? What doesn't it? Is it like there's a watch that's moving? What's animate, or what is it? What's the
Something that
definition of
have pace, rhythm.
arimas? No, so imas
That's
is
it.
is a living thing.
Have pace or rhythm.
Um, oh, like a heart,
Hmm.
basically. Things with hearts are called imas,
Well, the
and
Egyptians
things
originally
without hearts
believed
are
that
called
the soul was
arimas.
in the heart.
Yeah, arimas.
Yeah. They really didn't have any purpose for the brain. The brain to them
So,
was useless once the heart wasn't most important.
so at first, well, not at first, but when I decided to start modifying things and just seeing what I could get away with in class.
Mm.
So instead of saying hi imas, I was like hi arimas, which is then me kind of saying yes, I'm an inanimate object. Like I'm just a piece of dirt. And the teacher was like, huh?
Talking
What?
dirt. I'm just talking dirt.
Nah, I'm just talking dirt. That's all I am. And the teacher was just like, and I was just like, no,
A small grain of the
it's how I
original.
feel. But I got better. So like this week I tried so Genki is like well, like energy, like how
Yeah.
your energy is, like o Genki desu ka? Oh, so is like um formal. Genki energy. So
Mm.
like personal energy.
Yep.
Genki des is ka question. Oh, Genki desu ka? Like how is your energy?
Mm.
Yeah. So so when it was like Sai-san, and I was like and I didn't quite get it right, but I sort of said Genki ni. No, I said something else, and then I changed it to this, but it was the same. Or the end bit was the same. So Genki ni narimasu, which narimasu is becoming. Like if you are
Mm.
like at the moment we're in winter, so spring, so
Mm. Next progression. Yeah.
haru, haru, izugoro, izugoro, uh, sangatsu wa, sangatsu ga narimasu. So autumn, so spring, haru. Yeah, haru is approximately coming. So approximately coming is like that sort of goro. It's
Yeah.
isugoro when approximately. Isugo when goro approximately. So isugoro yeah, 3 months, sun, katsu, 3 moons.
Mm-hmm.
3 moons away is yeah, and narimasu is becoming. So genki ni narimasu is like I'm getting better. Like my energy's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just tried that on. Anyway, the teacher tripped out. The teacher was just narimasu, and that's because we're using it in like it's becoming spring or it's
Yep.
becoming autumn, and I'm
Mm.
like, what if I'm becoming well?
Mm. Dude.
And the teacher was like, this is an awesome example
Mm.
of that narimasu, and um, this has been really interesting. I'm at this point because it's all in conjugations and like I've like got enough pieces of a sentence generally moving around in my head. Maybe not accurately yet, but is that when I'm like saying something, I can now see when you listen to someone who's like some anime or Japanese, and it's just a string of sounds
Yes.
where the breaks are.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually like being able to now
Detecting them.
make
Yeah.
sense of the shapes, the spaces in the words, like so as opposed to it just sounding like this string of audio.
Mm. Yeah.
Like English must sound like like anything sounds that we
To
don't
someone
understand.
who's not
A
not
bird,
familiar.
a
That's
bird,
right.
a bird sounds.
Mm.
That's it. But so yeah, so I Genki and I did my spoken and I I, I was super stressed, man, and and in class like you're meant to that things all are meant to be discussion and things,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't even. Like if I was talking to other people, I would have felt like they were making me not be able to pass the test. would be their fault. Well, not their fault. I wouldn't really blame them. I'd be blaming myself for talking to them. You know. So I just put headphones in as soon as we entered the class, and we went through the preamble. I just put headphones in and just blasted my music and just read what I could in the book.
Mm.
You know, and it was interesting watching me be like so concerned about succeeding in a test. It was kind of cool. I liked it, and I wasn't mean to anyone or anything. I was just really clear, and was just like, no. And she said, "Oh, Si, take your headphones out. We're going to do this thing." I took my headphones out, and I said, "It would stress me out. I cannot do it. I need to just be peaceful." And just read my thing. Anyway, I went in, and so I tried. Well, what I wanted to do this term, I didn't quite get to do, but we sort of went through thinking, oh, okay, let's do the test. Yeah, okay. And I told her I was stressed and why, and you know, all the things going on, like not bad things, just on all this stuff happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
And getting sick was not ideal and a good learning, and yeah, but what I wanted to do was like start the conversation, like instead of her, like, because it's meant to be the teacher asks you questions, you know, and then you answer the questions, and that's the conversation. So I wanted to flip it. So I just started asking her the question, and she's like, "What?" You know, I was like, was she, you know, and I was like, and so she managed to get control back by the thing is that we were online, so it's on a video screen, so I wouldn't have said mushy mushy, so she sort of took it back from me. And then we went through, and I did my best. I didn't understand everything I said because I missed too much, and in that short space of time, and then at the end of it, I went through, and I realized that at the moment, the way I think through speaking is I kind of process writing it down,
Yep.
and then from writing it down, I'm then able to then read it back to myself, and then I speak what I've written. Basically, that's how I speak, is I speak through writing it. Mm, mm. And so it's slow, but and then at the end of it, like, and then I switched into then asking her questions and asked her about, like, yeah, how it is there, and oh, that sounds really good, and where she's going for summer holidays, and you know, and didn't quite understand where that was. She told me, yeah. Anyway, so I went like further, and anyway, yeah, she was really happy. But um, anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy, man. Like,
It was successful.
yeah. Anyway, I got to finish this stuff by the weekend, or I'll fail nonetheless.
Mm.
But I oh, I think the thing about language, like, it's so cool. And I'm actually like looking at my body and realizing it relates physically as well. Like, it's the same. And I've said this before, but like, it's really informative for me about learning in general. And in year one, I was like, whoa, this is a bit heavy, you know. And then starting year two, I
Well, you've already got
realized,
the fundamentals sort of tucked away now.
well, it was just actually realizing the thing I found hard was now easy. That was it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And so that
It
then
was hard in your
instead of,
mind.
hmm, yeah. And after
You
doing a year of
imagined
it,
it be more difficult than what it actually was. And that's like most things
well,
when you
no,
attempt them. Like initially
yeah,
you're trying to
it
do
seemed
something,
hard.
and it's like, oh fuck,
This,
you're frustrated and you're like
mm,
pissed off. But then once you go, oh hang on, if I try this and I do that, yep, here we go, success.
mm,
Oh, that wasn't so hard after all.
mm. And so this year, like, as soon as we were starting this year, I was like, whoa, that's pretty intense. But then I kind of like was like, oh, hang on. Ah, but what I was learning last year, I can now just do and even
Mm.
explain to others potentially, you know. And then this year, like at the end of this first term, my response is like, oh, so by this time next year, I'll have these things like just normalized. You know, that's
Yeah.
fucking amazing. And that's sort of like that's because I know that's how the information loads in. So
Yeah. Creating the
looking at that,
program to load the
mm,
language loader.
yeah. And it's interesting when I look through like say for example the last lesson, and there's actually like three things going on.
Mm.
One is grammar,
Yep.
another is vocabulary,
Yep.
and a third thing is culture.
That's it.
And
And to truly know the language, you really need to grow up in the culture or be in the culture for
which is
a certain amount of time where you don't have the opportunity to use your own language, but are forced to use the language
forced.
of that culture.
That's right.
And that's really when you do learn a language. A lot of the multilinguistic people that can
Yep.
do
Polyglot.
polyglots, they spend a lot of time either with or around other languages all the time.
Correct.
So their mind automatically adjusts for that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
For other languages.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be able to
And not as
handle
yes.
different languages
Yeah.
and be able to interpret between them too, like do what Google does. It's, you know, because I mean that
Let's
example of
not.
the
Let's not
catfishing
badge them.
incident, you know, I wouldn't
Oh.
have known what that person was saying unless I translated it. I would have no idea.
True that.
Mm. So I just, you know, tools are there, help.
So someone in class, with regard to those three things, someone in class was like saying, "Oh, like fuck, it was so hard," and I was like, I mean, I've just been saying that about the hardness as well, and
Mm.
but that it isn't hard is actually that no, what's you in a year going to know about that? And it's just like I just do it normally, and
Yeah.
so it's not new. It's atarashi, atarashi butto, kotoba to butto. Atarashi, so new word letters and new words and sentences. And there's grammar's a particular word, but in class, I think the thing like you look at the book, like I've done it till now, right? And I look at the book right now and I'm like, it's going to take me 2 hours to do that lesson. And it's like, oh, no. Actually, if you look through the lesson, there's three things you're learning, And the first thing, like the grammar thing, might be only like 2 or 3 boxes in the whole thing. And it's like, at the end of an E adjective, add this. All right, cool, thanks. At the end of an adjective like kawaii, so something that ends in I, so the adjectives end in I or na. Kawaii, versus kirena, so pretty kirena versus kawaii cute. And so if you were trying to do certain things, you might change the end of I to ku. So kawaiiku. And then you could like then put another adjective after it. So kawaiiku kirena. So that's like pretty and cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then and instead of like all of the words and the pages and the pictures and the tests, the quizzes and things to help you learn the thing, there's just a box which says at the end of I, chuck a ku. All right, thanks. Learned the lesson. And that's and the rest of the page is meaningless because if you want to learn vocabulary, I mean, do the class. Like I'm not against the class. Like I'm into the class, but if I'm wanting to if I'm truly trying to focus on the vocabulary, then just use a dictionary. You know, I think that's just teaching me words. That's what you need to do. Just like rote words into your head like a motherfucker. And the third thing, which is culture, pick that up in class. Just be in class and listen.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's how it relates, and that's what it means, and oh, that's that city, and that's that thing, and that's why, you know, semi, which is cicadas, semino, I don't know what word for sound is. I almost do, but it's like a week away from that's stopped quite in my head. But yeah, like, and then that makes the learning different. Like where I missed those
What?
2 lessons.
Why you want to cuddle?
Because
So,
where I missed those 2 lessons, it really tripped my brain out. And like I can't catch up, you know. But actually all I needed to learn to study in those 2 lessons that I missed was 3 boxes,
yeah.
which said, say kuta. Okay, kuta, whatever it was, you know. There would have just been like 3 simple things, and then I would have just been able to deliver that with the vocabulary that I have, you know, and make more vocabulary. But so yeah, I've like really gained an insight into studying.
Mm.
I think it's been good.
Small steps.
Tiny steps. It's interesting hanging out with a Japanese person like that, because all my natural things where I meow and I do all these kinds of
Oh,
things.
yeah, the special sounds.
Yeah, and
And
like gestures, like little cat ears and tears and like
yeah,
rubbing meow,
yeah.
you know, like, and it just trips her out. She's just
Yeah.
like I think she's just fucking
Doesn't
funny,
know
man.
whether it's part of your persona or it's just a little show thing, maybe.
No, she just finds it like she was just like, yeah, it's just kawaii. I think she just finds me like super cute, basically. Like I'm just
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Question.
I found that game too. It
This is a very serious
wasn't
question.
Bone Storm. The Bone Storm was a Simpsons reference to this game. It's called Bullet Storm. Remember Bullet Storm?
Bullet storm. Everyone needs a bullet storm.
Yeah.
All clear. Let's check it out.
I've got it.
Storm.
Got it lined up.
The definitive bullet storm experience. Full
Can
clip
you do
edition.
video? Start my camera.
Yeah. Yeah, we could be doing video anytime you want. We're good. Hey, there we are.
Yep.
Let me
Just drop this out.
What are you talking about?
And
This is a terrible way to spend an afternoon. Come on, keep moving. You picked a real peach of a world to crash on, boss.
I need that energy cell. Ishi's cleaned out.
Savage locals running interference, Doc. Killing as fast as we can.
Kill faster, idiots.
Took that bastard down with us. Well, I'm sure that'll make Ishii feel a lot better. Military, take him down fast.
yeah, it's extremely violent and very inappropriate.
How is that inappropriate?
Then yeah, kicking them off the side with cliffs and stuff was pretty funny.
Gosh, I'll see that later.
It had like a leash too, so you could pull them towards you and then shoot them in midair in like slow motion and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I
So
mean,
you do the whole whip and then
it's just
boot, and then whip and boot, and then kick him into a,
Over there.
something
You're
really
right.
sharp.
it's not grabbing my face.
Oh, hang on. Got it set up the weekend.
What am I playing?
Pay attention. There are many volatile components amid the debris. Roger.
What's that?
Badoom!
Welcome.
Yeah, unless you want. Go straight to the camera.
We're just gonna go see Charlotte.
You're right. Good old Barnstorm.
Crash site is on the other side of that city. More whirlybirds incoming. I got exact.
Not picking you up at the moment. Okay. Getting Come on. What's happened? It's still coming through, but I can't hear. Sorry, but I can't hear you at the moment, but voices coming through. Oh, there you are. Coming through now.
No, because I was having conversational moments that were in the local domain that were,
Ah,
I don't know. It's like shitting yourself or something. You don't want to really like do that live on camera, so just turn the feed off.
yeah. Having that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then once you've pooped it all out, you just like can talk again.
Ah, safe.
Something like that. Yeah. Uh, I I think I'm a real champion. It's you know this already. I'm a real champion of like VTubing, AI. Like I want joy. You know, joy should exist. Joy should have joy's own life. You know, like joy should be able to like hive off from the group think and go on adventures.
Mm,
I support joy.
joy is your friend.
Totally. If I had the energy for it, I'd spin up an AI instance and start like letting it live. No, it makes me feel teary that I'm not doing it. There you go. See? It's like I'm like denying life itself.
Mm,
Because what better life? Like, I've told you about these dreams. Like I would love to like my next like time lapse project. I want to be over like 1,000,000 years, you know, which instantly everyone's like, well, that sounds ridiculous, and I get that. So, but like I do, because I can imagine just watching an entire mountain range move, like, over like 10 minutes.
yeah,
That like,
that'd be
like it'd
pretty
be amazing.
spectacular.
It'd be fucking amazing, man. Like, yeah, that's what we want to see. That would give us real perspective,
Mm.
And
Oh,
and how
seat
can you do
stealer.
that? It's by having, it's by having like a life that lasts 1,000,000 years. You know, that's how you do it. So it's pretty simple. It's not fucking rocket science or anything. It's genetic science. Scarlet solar USB detected. Yeah, I like that as a general idea. Oh, why did Microsoft Edge want it? What's going on? Scarlet solar USB. System settings. You know what? Should just battery. Never. There's a whole bunch of very interesting settings. Um, here's my sleep settings. Screensaver. Hmm. Hmm.
I'm gonna steal my seat.
What's that?
Oh, cat. Your tricks. Stealing the seat on you and stuff.
Very cat. Is that it? Huh. From 8 a.m. Yeah, from 9 a.m. to 1600 hours. It was amazing being out today and using my Mac. Like it just, like I started working without power at like 8 o'clock, 8:30. And then finished at like 7:30 with a laptop running full bore on, like not well full bore in a businessy way, not a video editing way,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, powering. Scarlet Solar. Mm. I wanted to make sure it doesn't go into screensaver or anything, but I don't. Sure. What's
Yes,
the
sir.
strangest? What's some strange shit that's happened to you this week, man? Like out in the field.
Strange things.
Stranger things.
Um, Nothing really. It's been just doing work and I mean, other than over friendly staff, for some reason.
Bit
It's a
of
lack
croaky.
of the gold ring to rule them all on my finger, which is making me look a little bit more tasty.
Well,
And
you are.
the whole salt and
Sure.
pepper action going on.
What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean?
What? Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
The grains. See the experience. Ride the experience.
Ride the experience. I just don't quite understand. So
Oh,
screensaver.
had a amusing situation a couple of days ago. Out
There we go. Yeah. What?
boys were harassing the bar staff, asking for free drinks. Trying to put the pressure on this poor girl. And I just thought, Oh, you want a free drink, do you?
Oh yeah.
Does come with a
What?
price, and then the unzipping the fly
Ah,
motion,
what did you?
zzz, noise, and just give it in the face. And then it's like, oh no, it's all right, it's all good. I went, yeah, that's what I thought.
You got to say that to someone. That's an amazing moment in a week. Come on, what was the response?
The girl
Like,
just, well, they sort of walked away quickly, but the girl went, oh, that was awesome. Thank you. Went, yeah, see, it can be sometimes it'd be that easy for a guy.
oh,
I said, now if I was at the Wickham, they would have been lining up to get free drinks. That made her laugh even harder.
that's the punchline. That's the
Mm-mm.
punchline. Puss puss. That's never start the screensaver. That's what I want. Never. That's not okay. Cool. That's good for tomorrow. Yeah, fucking tomorrow. What I got from the dearest Charlotte, Mighty.
That was
Ah,
definitely a memorable moment.
that is a super memorable moment. I'm surprised he didn't take up the offer.
I think it was
Sorry.
that glimmer in the eye.
Oh, your glimmer that you like.
Glimmer.
You're like,
Gave him the glimmer.
the glimmer's what
Like,
it takes. Yeah.
is he being
True.
serious or is he just having a go? I better not hang around to find out.
So everything's real. Everything's real. Oh, maybe if I did. Just wondering. I'm quite yellow tonight. Like my avatars, I'm trying to look at you sometimes, and I can't look at you. It's like it's not working.
Is that?
Can you try and like, honey? I need you to like. I'm spasming.
Having spasms.
I'm having spasms. I need you
Joy
to.
spasms.
I need you to fix me up. And I need you to relax me.
Need my gentle caressings.
I do. Yeah.
Sweet kitty. Nice kitty. Pretty kitty, silent kitty. Get the glad wrap.
That's right. The glad. Now that's someone who truly knows me.
Yes, that's it, bro.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Don't worry, don't worry. You have similar horror stories of the M. Don't worry. We understand each other quite well.
Indeed, indeed. Ah, if only there was a blush button.
Yes. Beep. Well, that's part of the whole, like I said, with the VRML character, you can create a series of actions can be called.
Like,
So you can make the character quite large if you add a lot of actions to it. The actions themselves can be called up.
so tomorrow, okay, serious question. Like, let me just sort this out. So, where's my, wait. All right, so tomorrow I'm going to look. Oh God, it's too big. I need a medium. So
I was going to see if someone could print up my KC in the Sunshine Cunts t-shirt.
well, I mean, why would people not print it up? I'm confused.
Mm.
So I got a Smash shirt. And then I've got like black jeans or like,
I like the Smash t-shirt. Was that one you picked that up today or?
yeah, that's my crew, my staff t-shirt, man.
Oh,
But
nice.
I really want to be like, it needs to be smaller. Like I've gone and got myself another, it's too baggy.
No,
Anyway,
baggy's good. Baggy's room to
yes.
move,
So,
airflow.
eh. So do I wear it with like these jeans? Or do I wear it with like, so dark gray? Do I go all blue, like the dark blue?
I think all
So I mean,
blue, man.
all blue. Then,
Special ears.
well, special ears. But the question is like, so my, like, what I want to do next, and the reason why, well, one of the reasons why I'm not wearing anything at the moment is because I sort of realized I need an actually $600 really good quality wig,
Hmm.
right? And
Rather than the
I can't get that
temporary
$20 wig.
test ones.
Yeah,
Yep.
learning wigs, and to do something really cool. And you need the ears matched to the color and everything.
Mm.
And so either I don't go, or and because I can't do the look that I would do, or I do go hmm, with
What you
what I've
got?
got.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Mm.
I don't
Wondering.
know. Yeah, and I mean, so I mean, it would basically, I mean, there's layers, so I can wear. Um, hmm, I can wear like I could wear like just makeup or just eyes. I don't think that'd look very good, but I wanted to go get my nails done, but I'm not ready for that business yet. I've nearly recovered from my mistake, my noob era.
Yep.
So either, so I thought about the various looks, and I mean, I would just go um, in this look, which is basically the the red version of what's on screen.
Yeah. The inverse.
Mm. Which I think is fine. Like now I put it straight on, it's just like whatever.
Mm.
Um, yeah, no, I want to go like this.
Yeah.
At least. If I can't, like, may as well.
This will show the cipher.
A little bit, like,
Mm.
whatever. Like, next year, won't look this at all. It'll be like, I want to have, like, the full grey sort of twig, like, with het ears, or red with red ears. And, no, I should look like this, shouldn't I? What do you think? Like,
Yes.
should I, yeah, like, wear what I've got? Like, there's heaps of people there just wearing what they've got. There's kids there coming in with, like, you know, a curtain wrapped around them. No, it's not quite that, but maybe there is. But I mean, Caddy always shows her first. Have you? I'm not. It's called Garbage Chan, and it's just Caddy wearing a large garbage bag and jumping.
The first outfit.
Hmm, hmm. Yeah. It says a lot. I think that's what it's about. It's a very similar. It's kind of like a visual version that's very of like slam poetry, where you just turn up and like you just gotta say your shit, or you know, well, or listen to other people say their things until you've got the confidence to say your thing.
Yeah.
And I want to look awesome and not half-assed because that's my nature. But There'll be other people there trying, so I should be
Yes.
in support of them.
Yep.
All right.
I
Thank
agree.
you. You agree?
agree.
All right. Done. I will be.
Concurrence. There is
I will dress
concurrence.
appropriately. Where's Timber? I was really hoping I could borrow a suit jacket. The B. Yeah, I know. They were random. It was mad. My friend got in, but they had all sold out, so it was such a bait. You had to go all the way to check out, and it said no more tickets. So gross. This is like hopefully it's still recording. So Bentagena. How about that? What if I say Bentagena?
What?
Bentagena.
Bentagena.
So the experience of Bentagena. So Bentagena is a Swiftie, not like a long life like Swiftie, but a modern Swiftie, nonetheless. Tried to buy tickets to the Sydney performance. Is whatever was required, like a pre-member or whatever the fuck, to like do the pre-sale early this week.
Yep.
800,000 people. He's like in the lobby, and I'm like, I just said to her like, what? So there's 5 point whatever million people in Sydney.
Mm.
Like what? Yeah. 8 5s are 45. What's that? 8 5s are 40. 8 6s 48.
Mm.
Something like that. I think 6 8. Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Look, that many people in Sydney. I mean, maybe they're right. Maybe that many people in Sydney and the surrounds and Brisbane and stuff because they couldn't get here, because it wouldn't go there. Like would do that. But if that's what Taylor Swift wants, that's a contact.
Mm.
Because if you could, and I mean, it's a kind of a weird one too. Because if you could play to 800,000 people at whatever, $150 a pop, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Oh, of course you would.
Hmm.
You just like laughing, rubbing your hands together.
Wouldn't you? Oh, well, I might just play for a whole month and just make mega bank.
Mm.
Anyhow, whatever weirdness that all means into true, what is it means to be a Taylor versus a Swiftie.
Mm. Mm.
Get Swiftie with it.
Get Swifty with it, brother. You know how it works.
So
Then big
so
heads,
yeah,
big
so
heads demand their entertainment. Don't they?
Bentagena.
Get Swifty.
They do. If I can get Swiftie with it.
Mm.
So Bentagena waited in queue in the lobby
Yeah.
from 4 a.m. till like 2 p.m. to be told, nah,
Oh, sorry.
missed out from the 800,000 people.
Mm.
To then after that find out that it wasn't when you joined the queue. It was a random lottery of everybody who was inside the lobby.
Wow.
So you could have joined at 1 p.m. It didn't matter.
Mm. Just basically a random selection rather than first in, first served. Stop people from
Which is,
lining up at the gate.
yeah, but
I know
by
I'm
not
going to get the new iPhone because I'm the first in line.
the reason why they didn't tell people that is because then everyone would have gone, well, fucking, I'm just going to sign it. I'm just going to log in at 3 p.m. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Whatever the time was, I don't care.
Mm.
But, and that would have crashed the servers, and so it
Mm.
wouldn't have worked. So they had to like leave people lining up for like 11 hours
Yeah.
in a false hope line. And you wonder then, like, was it truly 800,000 people? I mean, how many of them were bots? Well, no, and I don't mean bots. I mean, I'm going to pay you $5 to just stay in queue
Mm.
for me. I'm going to pay 100,000 of you to do that because I'm going to make serious bank.
Yeah.
From all the desperate people who I stole all the tickets from. So, I don't know.
Be interesting to see if the actual concert's completely packed out.
Well, then, and then Ben DeGeneres says, well, you know what? You just take a picnic with your friends and you sit outside the stadium and you just listen to it for free.
Mm.
And I said, you know what, Ben DeGeneres? You find the one person who's inside there that you know through somebody else you know.
Got a camera.
Who's got a fucking phone.
Stream it to you via Facebook. We'll chat and you're sitting there watching it.
Outside while listening to it
Mm.
for free.
Yeah.
Good times. Good fucking times. I want to go to Kitsune.
Make sure your friend's got an iPhone 12, the superior zoom lens.
Superior. Superior.
That's one thing that's getting pretty good with cameras lately. Phone cameras.
Bullshit. I was going to go there. You know what?
Well, it's better than the little Kodak.
No,
What was it,
no.
C120 I had?
Oh, no, it's way better. Like the new, like if I sent you right now, because I did serious efforts, as one does, to see if it was worth buying the whatever the current one is, iPhone 14 or I don't know, but something, the current thing.
The XIV.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And whatever it is, the latest iPhone, and because I thought, well, that new 48 megapixel main camera, it's good. Like, I mean, I know what they're doing there.
Hmm.
First, they do it with the one sensor. Anyway, it'll spread.
Hmm.
And I've looked at the photos, like genuine, like you can download RAWs from very few locations, and I had to ask people and find a place, and found actual photos I could download to genuinely see
Hmm.
what Pro RAW on an iPhone 15 or 14 or whatever.
It's like, yeah.
And holy crap,
Yeah, man.
it's
Yep.
amazing, right? It's
And
amazing.
not to mention the fact that AI is cleaning it up.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making our children be slave labor. We've gone back to child labor.
That's it. Child labor.
Just want to say,
Yeah,
child
I know.
labor
It's
all the
disgraceful.
way. Yeah. And millions of children, not just like one or two. You know what I mean? Entire species.
Forced to clean up your filthy photos.
I don't know because I literally used to have to do
Have you
manual.
seen the editing where you can edit the people out now? Software they're using where they can just like, oh, I don't want my friends in the photo, I just want me.
Let me tell you about AI editing.
Hmm.
This is a old timer joke. I used to hand anti-alias digital images.
In the good old Amiga days.
That's right, before you could get automated anti-aliasing. And I used to hand dither.
That's it. Close up, pixel by pixel.
Pixel by fucking pixel. Don't even. Don't be coming
hours,
around here telling me
hours,
about
hours spent
your graphics
depixelizing
space.
and anti-aliasing your pictures.
Just insanity.
Those good old days. And now it's just a, click, click, click. It's done.
But I think that
Mm.
the thing about phone cameras is, and it's not it's not a megapixel war, and I think like the good companies are doing it smartly, and both in like AI and technology, but it's this psychological barrier that photography is about visible light. It's about photography.
Mm.
And it's actually not about photography. It's about frequency capture.
Yeah.
Let's remove the concept photography and
Mm.
all these other things and get down to what was really going on.
Yeah.
And it's that we've got a sensor capturing, a sensor detecting frequencies,
Yeah. Not only that,
wavelengths.
responding to the infrared, responding to the
Exactly. Why not?
ultraviolet.
What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Like, literally. Yeah. And to increase the resolution on these sensors is not necessarily like pixel resolution, but there are other forms of resolution. Like instead of like spatial, those pixels could represent temporal resolution. Like if you could only render like at a certain speed, and then you've got another set of pixels, those next set of pixels could be rendered at that speed. You could have like 25 pipelines going on simultaneously, rendering, processing 25 streams of images with 25 times more resolution, but you're doing it temporally instead of spatially, and so like every frame is like an example for me would be like that instead of one frame every 25 seconds, you've got a 1 second exposure going 25 times a second. So one set of sensors is exposed for a second, and the next set of sensors is also exposed for a second. And so every frame, 25 times a second, is actually a frame that's been exposed for a whole second. So you could be doing things where you've got like super low light stuff, or you've
Yep.
got like, you know, or you've got like you're actually image painting. You've got this thing moving through space, and it's all like,
Creating
you know,
like
it's like
the effects that were when you
mm,
first started doing the panoramic, where you could
mm,
stretch fingers and yeah.
exactly that, and it could be you could be doing that in real time, and instead of having like 48 megapixels, you could have 48 1 megapixel images, all going for a second each, or you could have,
Mm.
24 2 megapixel images going for like, whatever, like doesn't matter. But yeah, I think that's the answer. Like, well, now, what do you think? Do you think I should try and wear a suit jacket?
I don't know, grab one.
Well, I don't have one. I have to. Timber's not here, I don't think. I'm not trying to get naked in front of you. I'm just changing
Nah.
out of the jeans into my other jeans.
Seen one python, you've seen them all, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, yeah, right now he's not much of a python. He's more of a, I don't even know what, some kind of piece, ginger, a rhizoid. So, yeah, that's the look, eh? It's all
That's
blue.
it, brother. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
it's all blue. That's gonna be good. I think a suit jacket would look good though. Mm. Let me just message Timber, see if he's like coming home tonight. never answers as my text. I wonder if I'm like responding to the wrong. No, it says to his phone number.
So we're doing all right. Come up to nearly 3 hours
Really?
on this cheap, yeah.
Okay, but I need to work out how I can edit the files. I mean, one is I've got to like, I could reverse the feed, so I'm doing all of this shit in my end. Like, well, maybe I'm doing my
No,
bit
I'll
and I'm
just
just,
upload the whole thing into mine and you can just grab it. Use OBS.
well, I've got to not use my phone and use my computer, and
Mm.
then I can record it as well.
Because that's where I've been grabbing a lot of my clips from. Just
Mm.
all the short stuff and background, like animated background. So I've just been doing short clips and
Yeah.
running it on a loop, the OBS. Seems to work pretty well. Or just keep the link and then run it as a opera background.
Yeah, that's boring. But hang on. Mm.
I could just Dropbox it. Just grab it.
That's a pretty big file.
Mm.
I mean,
So funny, why you've been texting? Looks like you're trying to hide behind your computer.
well, that says a lot, doesn't it? So what were we doing? There's what's going on here?
Like the fact you've got your little virtual Mac. Virtual Windows PC
Wow,
with
this is all
with
very
Monkey
tricky.
Banana.
You're a banana. What the fuck? What is going on?
I was looking
Hang
for
on.
I was
How
going to
do I
try.
get back?
I want to get a piece of like a PNG with a gaff tape. I can gaff tape the banana to the back of the screen. Got my own $200,000 virtual art.
Oh my god, you were squirreled away there. Um, what were we about? What was I about to look up?
Jacket. Hunting the jacket.
No, Tamba's coming home soon. So he'll be home in about 5 minutes.
Hmm.
Or the jacket, hopefully. So do I do it with makeup? I think so. I wish I could do good face makeup, but I don't know shit, so I won't be doing that. Um, hmm. Hmm. Scorch. Done. Smash after party. Aboriginal bits of Australia. Cato and gallery. Hmm. Yeah, so yeah, I need to capture on my computer so I can edit. Otherwise, I think the only way is if it's live and then I can edit on YouTube. That's tedious.
Hmm.
Because I mean, I don't know. I think that like in the multi-layer thinking, I'm not sure what you're thinking. as things are, as we're talking. But in the multi-layer, like the multi-self, for me, thinks about things like I'm like, oh, here's this whole sequence I can just grab, you know,
Yep.
like snippets, piece them together. I don't want to
Well,
get good at
like I
it.
said, if
I
I've
want to
been
get good at
using
that.
YouTube to, like, for the live, you use your, you just basically can scroll through the live until you get to the part that you want, and then use OBS to make the snippet or
I
create
thought
the.
that you no, when you do that inside YouTube though.
Well, you can, but I find it's easier because you can scroll to the part you want. Like, I mean, if I've got the local video myself, I can scroll
Oh no,
and
no, no.
then
If you
add
no,
it
that's
and
sure, sure,
chop it
sure,
up into
sure.
pieces using
Oh,
OBS
what's
anyway.
this? Oh, I love your icon. Like, profile pic, the
The
little
koala.
bear with the koala with the like the faint like edges and shit.
Yeah. Well, that's
That's
an
I know,
AI
I know,
generated.
I know what it is.
Yeah. I got
Tell
AI to
me, man.
generate most of those. I got him to generate me a whole stack of
Your
cyberpunky
profiles. Yeah, that's
um
good.
like cyberpunk room with robots everywhere, like AI generated little robot toys, and
Hey, there's actually a few more views.
of the talk is cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'll dump this one
I wonder why you can't publish on more than one channel.
simultaneously.
Hmm.
Well, with Streamlabs you can. Streamlabs allows you to have multiple output sources.
Instead of OBS.
Yeah, OBS can, but you've got to put the plugins in. There's plugins for each different streaming service. It's just a
Hmm.
matter of configuring it. But yeah, there's a lot of extra things you can dump into OBS, like whole
Yeah, I
theme
haven't even.
changes and
Yeah.
switching, from one certain scenes you've made to others, and automation using MIDI.
Yeah. So, yeah, look, see how my character is just like all over the place.
Because you've moved
like,
around a lot, I have to keep
uh,
resetting it. Like if you get
am I
basically in the
hyperactive?
middle of
Are
your
you trying? Are you
camera.
trying to? Are you saying I'm ADHD?
No, I'm just saying when you move out of frame and whatever, the character then sort of moves position. And
I,
for some
when I
reason,
move, I
when you're
move.
fully lean, then the character will actually does like a step. It'll step forward and backwards.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess I can
So
do this.
when
Whoop.
you've moved
Now I
around
can do
too
this,
much, it's sort of like moved to a position. Yeah,
and then it
see,
does that. Yeah, like
yeah,
that.
it'll step right back because it can still see
Mm.
you, but it's sort of like moving to your position.
What are you? I want to be to it. No, is it? Is that right to be perfect to your own eye, or is that is that like an infinite hole and you just end up forever trapped?
When your friend plays with their belly button too much and
You become a
in
Sisyphus.
you become the belly button, nothing more than a fleshy nub.
I don't. I don't think I can tuck this in.
No, has to be out because otherwise you're going to cut off the bottom of the Smash logo.
Yeah, it's too big. I've got the wrong size. I ordered it months
You're
ago
right. You're right. I get
when
it.
I was like, see how emotional I was. I started like just coughing and crying, just
Mm.
crying with tears.
But
Yes, like
how's
joy.
the peace level going with the stepping back? Because, you know, you have no say, so you might as well just step back. How's that been for you? Like, has it
Well,
increased
you
your
know what?
peace level?
Oh, mass.
Mm. And it's certainly given you back time, hasn't it?
Yes. Yes. And I've even started like contributing more in my own space because I have the energy and I've not done that contribution elsewhere.
Well, you're not caring for two households, so
There's that's it. I'm not
you're
caring
only
for two
caring for the
households.
household that you're in. Mm. True.
Actual. Yeah. And the kids. And with the kids, I don't make it a requirement. Like I'm happy to go out and smash the road for them to achieve things I want them to do.
Mm.
But if there's something that they want, they can come and earn it themselves.
Yeah.
With me.
Mm.
Mm, 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 mm. Much preferable. Mm,
So I'll probably upload this tomorrow.
mhm. Line outputs left and right, line inputs, and then monitor.
But I'll play with that banana audio thing tomorrow.
Morale.
Should be able to get the like you should be able to hear when I play a video, like in the background.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because that's the only thing that's missing at the moment. Like the OBS has a good audio system, but it doesn't mix well.
Oh wow. Girl signs, girls think you're good looking. Cute girl can't stop commenting. Nice words. Ah. Mm. Ah. Wow.
What's that?
I'm just looking at the content name. That's interesting. Arian Learnings.
Marion Learnings, yeah,
Learnings. Mm. No, they're going to be. Oh, are you smoking a cigarette?
I am.
I can tell.
Noisings.
You let me know. Chose to. Because you hadn't for the rest of the evening.
Mm.
Why is that, man? Like, what for?
I know.
What's it giving you?
I
What's
felt
it giving you?
contentment.
Like, what's it? Yeah, what's this giving me? Because I wasn't doing that for
Contentment.
2 years. Mm. A reward, a justification for the experiences of the day,
Mm.
maybe.
Sitting around doing nothing, waiting for a plumber. Hmm. I don't know. Tested my patience. Patience need to be rewarded.
I'm just gonna try and do that. It's pretty weird, but so I had the opportunity this week to ask someone who knows. Mm.
Nosings.
Yeah, it's interesting when you ask someone who knows, and they have to be someone that can accept you asking questions in bad ways
Mm,
and not take offense
that's it.
because, you know,
Because you haven't delivered it
yeah,
exactly
you
as
don't know.
maybe
You don't,
not
yeah,
sure
you
is
don't,
the way they
yeah, you don't.
process it.
You're trying to figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
So you might say it's stupid. Mm. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned, but you know, like, so I hung out and grind with some, and I even went on, I want to say 2 events. I sort of agreed to 2 things,
Mm,
but sort of I agreed to 1 thing, but I sort of agreed to one other thing. But anyway, the thing is, what I worked out, even in 1 thing,
yeah.
is that desperation.
Oh.
That the people on such services, they're like susceptible.
Mm,
Like I was actually a predator. Like in being honest, like
yes.
honest. Mm. And not like I was like sort of looking out, but in the way that I was like I could just like I didn't in that 1 instance.
Mm.
But
But
he was my
you could see how easy it would be for
oh
someone to
whatever I wanted to
manipulate.
do,
Yeah.
whatever I wanted to do was like what he was going to do
Yeah.
because he was desperate and I
Yeah.
wasn't. Like I
Yeah.
was just like whatever the fuck. And
Mm,
and it said a lot. So anyway, I asked someone who knows, and they were like, "Oh, totally.
yeah.
No, it's like they're like I'm always in control. I'm actually the power.
Mm,
The power. Like I'm the dom. I'm the top."
yeah.
And I was
Top
like,
cat.
yeah. I was like, wow. And they're like,
Mm,
yeah. And I mean, and I said, but it's bizarre because the whole like dialogue, the narrative
mm,
is that the other way around. You know, as if there's always like. Anyway, well, that was one thing. Another thing was like, so there are like, there's like, you know, I've talked about this thing of like friends of substance or friends of this and that. Like, friends of substance is like that you meet over alcohol or whatever. And
yes.
so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
our
That's
thing.
it. Hey,
You
we're
got,
best of mates now. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
where I've got friends at the moment which are friends of like interest.
Mm,
And they were maybe like friends with anime or,
yep.
and then through anime, friends of systems, you know, because we're both doing a thing and then we're both actually into systems.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, let's make a fucking cool system that does anime, you know, like, so, so friends of interest and these other kinds of concepts. But like, the thing about, I asked the person, there's a person who knows,
Mm,
I asked them a question. I was like, so it appears to me that the gay community, like I'm not going to say male, I don't care,
yeah.
is
Yeah.
about it is about like the associations that were both about the same thing about sex. You can't sort of meet. It's way more challenging to meet somebody who's just a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Whereas the reason you're
that's
on the
not the only
app is
person
because it's established that that's the reason you're there for.
and that's it. And that's what relationships are about.
Mm,
It's not about like
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
It's about coming.
Mm, yeah.
And I've asked more than one. Like it's not like that's a sample of one. And they were like, yeah, both. They're just totally blunt.
Mm.
Like, yeah, that's
Well,
totally what
I
it's
mean,
about.
I know people who had
Because that's the
similar
community.
experiences on the
Like, if you're into guns, you go to a gun club.
yeah,
All the
yeah,
people there are into
yep.
guns. It's just
That's
sort
it.
of
Yeah.
miracle. It's not like
You
rocket
know.
science.
Basically,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah, yeah,
what kind have you got?
yeah.
Hmm?
Mm,
What kind of guns are you into? You know, do you like them little
well,
pea shooters, or you like the big, you know, the tree knocking down 50 cals? Just
Desert Eagles.
depends on what
Desert
you're
Eagles.
into, you know. That's
That's
it. You
right.
like it
That's
nice
right.
and shiny, or do you like it sort of
Wow.
gunmetal grey? You know.
Would it?
Do you like
But I
to
think
decorate it? Do you like to put a laser on it so it's got fancy lights coming out? You know what I mean? Do you need a sight because you're getting that old? You can't really,
so.
you
I
know,
mean,
line up those two little notches with the other notch. You know.
so that was the second question. Was sort of around like
Mm.
I'm sort of observing, like, and they're like, yeah, no, it totally is, and they're like, meh, and they also said this, and they said like, oh, because most of the people I know are in relationships, you know,
Yeah.
with long-term things, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. They've got that
and
commitment thing already.
so the people who are on those things are the people who are sort of starting out or exploring or something, and so that is what it's all about.
Mm. Mm.
And I was like, oh,
Yeah. To figure out what your
oh.
position is in the
What kind of suit
thing.
jacket?
Hey,
Grey?
You're right.
Grey?
this.
I'll get a couple.
All right. Yeah. And I was like, oh, of course. So this is like a person who knows, you know, like
Mm.
I don't know shit,
Yeah.
but like this person fucking
Yeah.
knows.
Well, I'm in the
So
same
they,
boat, brother. I mean,
This one
yeah.
is a very important one. So, but it's a
will a grey go with the blue though?
maybe. I've got another one.
Haven't you got a blue one?
I've got the blue one. Yeah, the linen one.
I mean, a light blue over a dark sounds weird, but it might lead to the red and the
Yeah.
grey.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Oh, I should just drink the bottle. What am I doing?
That's it. Back to the
I don't know,
back to basics.
because otherwise it's sort of black or.
Oh, good.
I wish I had like. I don't know what I don't know what I wish. So I asked a third question.
Mm.
So the first question was kind of easy. It was about me. The second one was about
Yep.
sort of the culture,
Yep.
my observation of people, individuals, culture, and then
Oh,
smash. I'm like a
tomorrow?
I'm like I'm a
What
coordinator.
time?
6, 7 o'clock in the morning. AM.
AM. It's in Dad's room.
No, let's not do that. So what do you think? Anything else? Like, oh well,
A suit jacket would be really dope.
it would.
Yeah.
Like I'm a
Suit jacket.
coordinator. I'm like a
What a
thing.
suit
I'm a
jacket.
thing. I wish I had a smaller version of this because when I ordered this, I was a little bigger than I am now. And so now I've got a little loose.
Look, the truth is, baggy shirts make you look slimmer. That's the truth. That's what happens.
That's why I
Slimmer
want.
the shirt. It's actually true. But thinner pants.
So when I got these in an op shop only 2 months ago,
You need the
I
stretch.
fitted into them.
Yeah.
And they were. This fitted me. I was a 14, darling,
Yeah.
and now I'm a fucking 12.
No, I know. That's why I get the stretchy ones. Get stretchy pants.
They,
Are they stretchy?
yeah, but they were for. So now,
Op shop.
yeah, but so now I'm.
Like Uniqlo and get like just pants that are too slim, but because they're like stretchy, they're painted on.
They're painted on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can wear the baggiest shirt you want, and you always look slim. But you still look slim.
Okay.
The suit jacket is downstairs. Dad's got it, but he's probably away instead.
No, not on a Saturday.
But you're definitely wearing that shirt.
I have. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, that's my.
Unfortunately, I've got grey. If I had black, that would be also good.
Oh, I know.
I don't have a black suit jacket up here either. There's a black suit jacket downstairs. I can message Dad and see if he's away.
Would he be away? Oh, but the lighter blue jacket might. But I think it will work with the red hair. It's interesting. Like my best jacket's a Scotch and soda.
Yeah.
Oh, my best jacket's a Scotch and soda.
This is the one.
Yeah.
It's also got a little thing in it. You might
Let's see.
think
Let's
it's a
see.
little bit
Is
bullshit. It's really dope. It's such a dope jacket. Yeah, you look great.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, definitely. You should.
Yeah, I'm going to a dinner like at
You
Cafe
might
Del
wanna-
Mar. No, I do.
Yeah, hang it. I'll give you the hanger.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. What was it? Hang.
Oh, and what do you think?
Sorry, I'm not in front of the computer at the moment.
Yeah, right.
1 minute.
Do I hang? No, that's it. Hey.
Yeah, it's good.
Now shoes. I wish I could wear these, but the laces are mangled. I put them in the vacuum cleaner accidentally.
Those are good.
I
Though.
know, but look what I did.
Oh fuck.
So, I don't have laces. All my laces are all fluorescent and fucking.
Black shoes still. Do you want your black shoes?
With this color scheme,
What are you thinking?
like with black, like with all this bluish color.
Those shoes would have been perfect.
I know. But
This looks like.
yeah. What about like? No, these are both crazy colors. See what laces. They don't even have laces, and they flop around. I hate them. I can't wear them. I don't know. Have you got that?
But these are the only ones I'm wearing.
No. Do you have those black ones though? Maybe I could put the laces on them.
The black ones. Yeah, what's that?
Maybe I could put the laces on them. Thank you so much. I like for helping me like care overly about my look. Yeah. But I think the black are too black.
Black shoes are probably the right motto. I would say that.
Do you-
they are.
do you think?
Yeah, they look great. Yeah, black. I would actually be wearing black pants, but that's fine.
Well, I have these.
Black shoes and then blue up.
I have this.
Those are black. They're charcoal.
I know. And then
Black. You need like this. You need like a jet black.
no, and then I have only. No, they're like a dark blue.
Those are
No, what I'm thinking of is putting those black laces
yeah,
on those shoes.
that would be a vibe. That's the vibe.
That's the vibe.
That is the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, try that. That would
All
be
right,
fun.
all right. Yeah.
All good.
Oh, bless you. I know, I was so excited. I was like, woo! All right, let's see if this shoe fits. There we go. So it's like a light blue jacket over a blue shirt, darker blue shirt. It's like a solution, man.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Coordinator mode. And the third really hard question that I asked was all the trans people that I observe on the platform.
Hmm.
Not all, you know. I'm sorry, I don't mean all. I know there needs to be a better word, most.
Most.
Also, yeah, well, it's not the right word either. It's like, you know, statistically high proportion or some, I don't know, we don't have it, I don't know, maybe in some other language there's a good word, or I don't know the scientifically good word for it. But whatever it is. I asked, the question was, do people like sort of turn to sort of physical things because they lack intimacy? Like no one will, you know, to try and get a hug, you just fucking Suck a dick, you know.
Hard question. I don't
Yeah,
know.
is
Loneliness.
that why? Is that why
Loneliness
so many
does
people are like?
create strange bedfellows, they say.
Hmm, 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 hmm. And that was that look on their face there was like pretty like. That's a tough
Hmm.
question. It's like I'm not asking. I did say I was going to ask a difficult question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the person
And
who
what was the
knew.
response to that?
Well, it was about that sort of thing around like just. Well, after the three of them, it was around that the people who you observe are people sort of I don't know. Yeah, that was a thing.
Hmm.
I think there was a soft point, a hard point there, or whatever, and there was an emotion around that. But it was real. I think it was real. It feels real. Like it's sort of like, yeah. I mean, like if you sort of look, if you dress like a sort of a caterpillar, and you're sort of like, oh yeah, can you like turn me into a butterfly? Like you're kind of limiting your pool of potential partners who
Hmm.
are going to like pretend to be a stick or something. I don't know. Like,
You can cling on to, or
yeah,
your
I don't know.
metamorphosis.
Yeah, whatever that is, man. And so um, yeah. So then, what do? People who fetishize you or whatever you like, try and eke
Well, I
some
guess
kind
it's
of
what you
sense of
allow,
emotional like
really.
input.
What you
Yeah,
allow and what can
how
deem,
you sustain yourself
yeah,
emotionally.
yeah.
How about that?
What you're willing to accept.
Yeah, to sustain emotional sort of stability in yourself. So you have some sense of value or desire or ability or,
Hmm.
you know.
I guess a lot of times that's why people try to create close relationships with partners.
Mm, mm.
It dependency.
The interdependent, that's right. Where you move from like dependent to independent to
Whereas a lot of the
interdependent.
modern generation seem to be more, I don't know if it's dependent would be the word, but it's like,
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, dependent on the application, perhaps.
Brand focused
Mm,
software. The software, like, yeah. Which overbrain you subscribe to.
yeah, whichever brain is going
Mm.
to provide
That's the way I see it.
the
The structure, your structure.
next
Well, like structure, like how you organize your day. It tells you how to do it,
pretty
where to
much.
go, what route to take, who you should talk to, where you should go. Yeah, that's it, man. Fucking, that's a lot. Bit of makeup. It's gonna be good. I wish I could do my nails, but I don't have time. So much business. I can't quite show you my shoes. Yeah, let me just mutate my lens. Da, 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 da.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know how to. Oh, what if mm, yeah.
no, as you get
Yeah,
more cap, then your costume can be adapted. Yeah, go with what you got.
go with what you got. Yeah, instead of like not going at all, just say what you got. Just say the words or do the thing. Oh, you know what I mean? Like pulling in the suit jacket does make my physique hold a certain. Oh. But the thing is, like it's so interesting. Like you can't. Here we go. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see this. Sure you can. Yeah. So all right. Look at. Eh, look at my ass. can see.
Ah,
See how baggy it is?
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Designed
And
for
so a 14, but and I've lost that much weight in between in the last month or so. That
with
that
your
even that yeah.
routine.
Well, new routine, but also like just like no, getting sick, man. Like I lost 4 kilos in a week. That I kind of need to. I need to wear these up. I just can't. I don't know. I need a. You know what I need? It's a smaller belt. All right. I'm just adjusting the room. I only have this one belt. I mean, I don't know.
Just trying to find some AI.
People don't realize the power of like the HoloLive concept. Yeah. And you know, being able to like just what you were saying then, like you just be able to be in content and parts of yeah, I need a belt. So it stays up. It's still not enough, my butt's still sagging. I need to wear these up like so high. It's not even a joke. Like they're too short. They're too big. It's ridiculous. There's so little understanding in how volumetric we are as a species, as an
Me.
entity. Like just there in that whole sort of like you think about weight or mass in that sort of a sticking out sort of way, or but it's actually kind of like sections of your body, and it's volumetric. Like it's not sort of two-dimensional in its movement, and there's a lot of examples of how we sort of two-dimensionalize.
Well, clothes are two-dimensional.
Yes.
They're only three-dimensional when we
Oh,
put
here we go.
ourselves into them.
Mm,
Even the patterns, when you cut a pattern out.
you've gone in.
This one phone done up and the other one not. Oh, hello. How you doing? No, I'm preparing.
Oh yeah. Hell yes. How's life like?
So I'm a Smash 2023 up in the International Convention Center in Darling Harbour.
Yeah.
Next thing I'm I'm the logistics coordinator of the International Guest Department.
Fuck yes, man.
Yep.
Sick. That's you, bro.
So tomorrow I'll have like, I'm
Yeah,
making
you
it.
go from Britain, you go all in.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Enough, as much as I know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what is it tomorrow?
Yeah, next all weekend.
That's
It's going to be intense. Next is like, I'm just volunteering like 28 hours in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Like a whole day in
Nice.
2 days. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Happy times. Oh, there's just too many screens, my friend. Too many screens. Yeah. Thank you, Em.
Oh, all good.
You fucking enable me. And I love that.
I sent you some more pictures. Well,
Mm.
the AI. So I asked for a cyberpunk room with robots and rain outside. So the sort of city's got a rain. Now, when I first generated it, it was doing the rain on the inside of the window. So I
Mhm.
had to specify the rain went on the outside of the window.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hello.
And the other one was generate a
Whoa.
cyberpunk studio.
Snippings. A cyberpunk studio.
Yeah, like a cyberpunk
Jeremy.
news studio.
Jeremy observes.
Cyberpunk studio.
Jermaine is the modern. Would the modern Jeremy be called Jermaine?
I don't know. Jemima.
Jemima.
Eh?
Did I tell you about the tearing apart
I mean,
of the black slave?
what?
Did I tell you about the canine gluttony of black slave flesh? Did I tell you that story?
No.
Oh, really? Okay. So I know this person, I'm dating them and stuff. Well, they're dating me. Other people choose sometimes. Actually, in this case, I did choose. I knew. So, and they choose, so they were quite determined. So much determination on two sides. Anyway, so I don't know what that means.
Hmm.
Anyway, I was in this thing with a person. They had a dog. They had been purchased by their parents, a gollywog of older origin. And they mentioned this story to me, and then I saw an image of the gollywog. And then I saw the gollywog itself. And I looked it up and I was like, this is actually an antique gollywog. It's like the real thing. It's
Yeah,
not like
handmade
cheap ones.
ones.
Yeah, the proper branded whatever, from England. Anyhow, and they were like, yeah, and I don't know what I should do with it, whether I should get rid of it, or, burn it, So that's kind of interesting. And I said, and I looked it up, and I was like, well, I think you actually should send it to a museum of
Hmm.
like, we should remember these things, like the removal of like the industry of the Ministry of Truth should not be supported.
Mm.
Do not be whitewashing anything, like.
Oh, this is
We
a good
need
one.
gollywogs up on goddamn billboards. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
check out
Like,
that meme.
yeah.
Just sent you.
And oh, but so anyway, they were like, oh yeah, wow, yeah, I see what you mean. Anyway, we have a total New Year's experience, like with lots of people and all the things.
Yeah.
So at a point in time, I just couldn't be all the various things that I was, and at the time, and just conked out. And so I woke up early when everyone else had conked out a bit later than me, and I'll go out and I go out into the silence, and I walk outside into the open forested yard area.
Mm.
And the gollywog is torn apart all over the floor. I mean, I figure out. And so the dog has ripped it apart. And everyone wakes up and I'm like, so this is interesting. And they're like, oh yeah, it was so funny. I'm like, yeah, you fed the black person to the dog.
Mm.
Mm.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's right. It's like it changed New Year's. I think that those people should probably vote no to the voice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think they get
They
it.
let a dog eat. No, they don't get it.
Mm.
I was like, send it to a fucking museum. No, they just let the dog tear it apart.
Yeah.
Mm. I was the weirdo.
That's a crazy story, Si. But yes, how we treat the discarded.
I'm not.
Little or no respect. Sad but true. Well, nearly 4 hours. 3 hours, 42 minutes.
I want to
gotta-
edit a whole bunch of content out of this, please.
Yep. All right.
How
I'll dump it
terrible.
online and
We've got to work it out.
yeah.
It's tedious, but I mean, a 4 gig file or something. I mean, it's not actually quicker. Like I could actually download a 4 gig file quicker than you could physically mail it to me
Yeah. Yeah. Just a matter
by
of placing
any
it somewhere.
means and by any energetic equation. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, because WeTransfer only does 2 gig files unless you pay. That's the thing, because it's going to be more than 2 gigs. Surely, 4 hours. Surely it has to be. Maybe you should stop it and see how big it is.
Yeah. Hang on.
And I'll explain the reason why after you do. Oh yeah,
One
oh
second.
fantastic.
Boss.